Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls. It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all alone. Till the one day when the lady met this fellow, and they knew that it was much more than a hunch, that this group must somehow form a family. That's the way we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. That's the way we became the Brady Bunch.
Oh, I thought I might appreciate that.
Poor Carlos.
You're pretty good at that stuff, man.
Dag, what were you doing in that picture?
Playing Cards Against Humanity.
Counting that stacks.
Yeah, it's fun the first couple times, and then it gets a little tiring.
Yeah,
And you picked the worst picture of me.
And
Hey, that was you on my show, so.
That was a bad moment, though.
Well, if you haven't figured it out, whenever I pick pictures of people, I don't pick good ones. I try to pick ones that are embarrassing to some extent.
Well, you did a good job.
Yeah, you succeeded with me too. I was blackout drunk fishing, and you found it.
You know, other than Stevens, who I had to pull from my own podcast, like everybody else, I just get your pictures from Facebook. Like, that's it. Like, this is a picture that either you tagged yourself in or somebody else tagged you in. And, like,
Well,
I got no problem with that picture, all right?
No Facebook for me.
I know. I figured that out. Like, there's got to be something for him somewhere. No, nothing at all.
You got to check Grindr.
Don't tell him.
Oh, there's Trey. He missed the intro, but, you know.
What up, Trey?
No, I was here for the intro. I just happened to be trying to finish up a game, so in the middle of a freaking game.
So speaking of games and Dag's Cards Against Humanity, we saw this at Target a couple weeks ago, and I bought it because why the hell not? It's called Who's Most Likely To?
Oh God!
all righty.
Sounds awful.
And so you just randomly draw a card out of the deck, you know, as these games go, and it's
You expect me to read?
who's most likely to always want to
Let's see
play
that.
stupid card games. As I'm the one that's starting the game.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, so what are we on? Carlos, did you see the intro? Get your ass in here. I literally sent you the link. I don't know what's going on here.
What up, Carlos?
Watch, Carlos probably missed the intro, which all he needed to see was like the last 5 seconds.
Orale Chicano.
Hola, mi hermano.
vatos.
When I told my wife that I was going to have Carlos, that I was going to put this video together and I was going to do Carlos as Alice, she's like, of course you make the Mexican guy the help. I'm like, seems fitting.
They're not stereotypes for nothing.
What up, Leighton? John Lee.
Oh shit! I should have sent Leighton the link. I just wasn't sure where to fit him in on the Brady Bunch.
I mean, who's going to end up watching this if everybody's on it?
Not on top, please.
Yeah, you need the one viewer.
Sorry,
at
buddy.
least. Gotta have that one viewer at least.
I don't think we
whatever.
You know, the only way that we can all comment in the comments is, well, I mean, all of you, anyways, not me. I can actually comment from here, but the only way the rest of you can comment in the comments is if you're actually viewing while you're on. So just make sure you mute your phone while you're viewing, and then you can participate.
I can't. I've not yet figured this out.
Boomer.
I don't know how to make
shocker.
these comments.
Boomer. Freaking boomer.
Go figure.
I made it through doctor school. I can navigate my way up the uterus, but that's about as far as it goes. Yeah.
Doctor school, is that what they call it these days?
Mhm.
Oh man, I saw
Mhm.
something about the Department of Education that really made me go, yeah, that's about right. I can't remember what it was. Fuck.
Any of
Oh,
it.
yeah?
Man.
It doesn't help that I've been drinking since like 5 o'clock this afternoon. Maybe earlier than that. I don't know.
It's
So-
arguable if
I mix-
if it's help.
I mix this about half and half. Half whiskey and then the rest cherry Coke. And this is number 2.
Ooh.
Remember, you're Native American, so it hits twice as hard.
Yeah, that's
right?
why you got to put that cherry Coke in there.
Yeah,
I
that
asked my wife
firewater
if
is
she was-
gonna.
I asked my wife if she was going to come participate and do this with us, and she was like, "Are you even going to be able to do this?" I'm like, yeah. I drank an entire handle one night when we went for like 3.5 hours. Like, I'm good. And she's had like 2 glasses of wine and a shot of this, and she's done. Like, she's passed out on the couch. So she's a lightweight.
Hey, some of us typically go to bed early.
Yeah, this is number
Magoo, is
one
that a
for
green
me.
screen?
No, it's
That's his legit background.
real. The shit on it's real.
God, I hope it's actually a
It's
green screen,
legit.
but he just keeps the helmet up there so he can do that.
No, man,
That would be
like-
the ultimate troll. It's like, no, it's legit.
It's
like, why?
real,
Like,
yeah.
he grabs the helmet. Everything else is completely fake.
Yeah. No, it's all legit. It's all real.
Well,
I spent
You
20
a
minutes.
UGA fan?
Oh hell yeah!
Bulldogs.
They waxed that ass today. Sorry, any cock fans out there.
Did you
Oh,
see
you a
that
college fan?
they were like
At
renamed
at
the
least-
chicken or
on the
something?
show. What are you waiting for?
I didn't catch that, Clyde. What was that?
I had a margarita with
I got all
lunch,
sorts of-
Carlos.
Something about a cock. Sir Cock Supreme.
The
or
cock
whatever the fuck their
commander,
mascot-
Commander Cock.
yeah.
Some about his time in cock class.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna send Leighton the link, and when I just typed in Leighton in the Twitter messages, the first name that popped up was Leighton Meester, but I can't send her a link because messaging is blocked. Wouldn't that be cool if I could send her a link and she just like jumped on the show and like, who are you retards and why did you send me a link to their StreamYard?
We're here to sexualize you. I don't even know who it is. Who is that?
It was perfect. Couldn't have been better planned. Oh,
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
So,
Leighton Meester. Really?
so Magoo, it's me and you this weekend, right?
You goddamn right.
Oh, who are the matchups? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is like
I'm up against
I'm-
Nutter. I'm very scared of freaking Nutter's lawn up here. Freaking
I'm favored to win in the 3 leagues I'm in, but I was favored to win last week, and I got a big old goose egg. I'm 0-3. So, Dag, your chances have never been higher for a win.
Good,
I would
because I
be-
sucked last week.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, but Dag is relying on an aged Tom Brady to try to.
Dude, when that shit came out about like his wife, like 3 days before like the first like game, I was like, no, what the fuck? I was like, okay, that's okay. I can play
I
this
was like,
off. This could be good.
either he was gonna go and he was gonna light it up because he was gonna be so like pissed off, or he was just gonna
I was
like,
hoping for it.
fall. And he
That would
flopped.
have been funnier.
If I may, I don't think we can underestimate the fact that Tom Brady is giving up his hot wife for one more year of football. I think his heart is really into it, man. He's giving up that good, Punan for one more shot at greatness. I wouldn't count him out.
I mean, at
Yeah,
least
I don't
this
know.
one left
Relying
him.
on.
Like Bridget Moynihan, he just
I
straight
mean,
up
Father
abandoned
Time
her and a
never
kid,
never
so.
loses. Like Father Time never loses.
You just got to throw the ball.
You
Come
you
on.
look at freaking Jordan. Jordan, as soon as he was on the Wizards, bro, like this, he was terrible. He joined the Washington Wizards or whatever, and he's just awful, like, absolutely terrible.
Well,
He's no LeBron.
it's not only that. If you look at Tom, even if his wife is still with, if you just physically look at him, he looks sickly. Like
Yeah,
He does not
Did
look
he go
healthy.
vegan?
That's the vegan diet.
Yeah, I think he
It
did
is.
go vegan.
So
Oh, I didn't know
the
it
other
was
day,
vegan, man.
Yeah, he was
No.
the other
vegan.
day,
Yeah,
I
You're
was
fucked, Dag.
He's been
helping
vegan
out
for
at
a while.
the co-op. I was
Remember
helping out
when
at the co-op, and we were going over animals like carnivore, omnivore, herbivore. And I asked one of the kids, like, it was a question on the test: "Give me an example of an herbivore." And he says Tom Brady. And that was the first time I learned that he was like a vegan. I thought that was whatever. Fuck you guys too.
remember when
I think he got one touchdown. That's all I'm saying.
remember
Just
when
one.
Prince
One
Fielder
First game
touchdown.
of the season. He'll be all right.
Prince
The man
Fielder
is
for
a
the
god.
Milwaukee
Brewers.
Brewers
Yeah.
went vegan, but he was still like 300 pounds. Like his girlfriend
Yeah.
got him to go vegan, but he never lost any weight. I'm like, how does that work exactly? Like, how do you go vegan, but you're still fat as fuck? Like,
He's
'Cause you
sneaking
eat
shit in on the
processed,
side.
like vegan food, man. You go eat them Boca Burger thing. It's all like, it's not about what it is; it's the processing of it all.
the
You
ESPN
could chug
magazine did
vegetable oil and be vegan.
ESPN magazine did an interview with him, and he was like, "I've never been healthier in my life." It's like, you're still 300 plus pounds. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand how this is working.
And he actually played worse after that too.
I know, like his
It is
batting
awful.
average, his home runs went down. It was like, dude, you're still fucking fat, and you're weak now, and you can't hit home runs. Like the only reason that you
The
were
only reason you had a
was
home run.
you hit home runs. Like,
Yeah, Look, he can't run. He can't really field. His whole point was to sit there, walk up to the batter's box, and crush it out of the park. That was it. And then you can't do that. So, like, it's
and like that was the
I don't
downturn
know,
of ESPN. I think was when he went vegan, and they ran an article about it. It's like from that point on, ESPN just went right off a fucking cliff.
Is that when it happened?
I don't know. I subscribed to ESPN magazine for the better part of 12 years. I've still got copies of them, like from 2000. I think from 2000 up to 2012. And
when did ESPN come like a thing? When did it start?
1979, I think.
Oh, really?
79,
Oh,
80.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like not like really old.
All right, what you got, Justin?
who's most likely
Lick my
to
balls.
try to act poor?
Oh,
That's
it
definitely
depends.
Dag. That's definitely Dag. We know Dag's a Fed. He's got all the money, but he's definitely going to play it up like he's poor.
Hey, man, I got that commercial free Hulu.
Mm.
I've seen the
I
vault.
don't even have that.
I know you're the
I got
one
the
always bragging
freaking-
about like how you don't have to buy store brand, but then you say you shop at Aldi. What gives with that? Isn't Aldi like a discount place?
No, my wife shops at
Aldi's not discount. The Aldi's
No?
Aldi's a little bit different.
Aldi.
Yeah,
It's just
what
weird.
would you
Whenever I
call
go
it?
in, I don't know what to make of it. It's like a Save a Lot crossed with a Winn Dixie. I don't know.
But it's German. or something.
Yeah, but it's German. What's up with that?
Can't trust that.
I mean, it's got to be discount. I mean, if you're selling, just because it's like old and out of date doesn't mean it's not discount. Like that's a discount.
Are y'all
store,
on-
right? And what else would it be?
Are y'all on the Nextdoor app?
I don't
Where
even
you
know
s-
what that is. I have
No,
too
but
many
I'm
apps.
curious. I'm
Okay.
next door curious.
Well, I've been
up?
on it for ever since it came out. Whatever. I was just like, oh, I'll check it out. It's just bitches. It's people just bitching at each other. Like it's either people bitching at each other or asking if that was gunshots. In both cases, they're probably right. But lately, what's been going on, at least around me for like the last 2 weeks, are people posting pictures of the salads that they bought at Aldi, and there's fucking bugs all in it and shit. And I'm
We
like,
don't get Aldi salad. We get a lot of other stuff from Aldi, but
If you
I don't
get it
know.
in a can, if it's in a can, it's in a can. I mean, it's safe.
all right.
You're buying prepared
Steve-
produce from Aldi's. That's like, I mean, I don't know, man.
What
Steven
is this
figured out
game we're playing?
why-
And are we keeping score?
Steven figured out why Prince
No.
Fielder is can't lose weight.
I'm gonna prove to you why white people are the reason I'm fat today.
Oh, this lady.
If white people didn't go looking for spices, then various sea routes to Indian subcontinent and Africa and other places of the world would not get discovered. And if they didn't get discovered, then East India Company would never come to Indian
She'd
subcontinent.
still be eating fleas out
And
of her
if
hair.
they didn't come, then the fertility of the land would not get destroyed because they forced us to cultivate tobacco and dyes.
I'm
And
just confused about our teeth. Like,
in
what is going on there?
of my country.
Everyone's in business for itself.
And then, if that didn't happen, and if they didn't exploit and extract resources until my ancestors were left with nothing to eat, we wouldn't move to this grain heavy, very little nutritious diet. that
Stop
we have.
eating fry bread and drinking like
Also, if
Coke
white
by
people
the
didn't come to
2-liter
the Indian
bottle. Like, it's
subcontinent,
not
then
hard.
my ancestors would not go through 50
It's like she has no control
small,
over what
medium,
she eats.
large famines in
You put
period
those
of
put those
200
schlongs in front of her, she just gobble them up.
Mhm.
All I want to know is we gonna see them boobs or what?
Yeah, really. Make with the
Fair
fucking
question.
tatas or shut the fuck up.
Not on TikTok.
I listen to all that for what?
I mean, come on.
I mean, well, you at least gotta, since it's TikTok, you gotta twerk like that. That's at least, you know, gets you some points.
Is that what you do on TikTok? I honestly don't use TikTok at all.
Opposite
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
go
either
into
it's either
TikTok.
so it's either twerking or it's really poorly edited comedy skits. That's all TikTok.
Justin just doesn't want to see his daughter up there twerking on TikTok. That's why he stays off.
Or it's people
Well, that's
telling
what
you
she's
what
17
gender
and
they
she's old
are
enough to make
or
decisions for
aren't.
herself.
Yeah, if you got daughters, stay the fuck off TikTok.
Let's see. I follow Ignore the Rant
Fuck yeah.
and
Those guys rule.
Who is that?
Some shitty podcast that hasn't posted a single thing on TikTok. I
It's a
hear they'll
pretty
never do that.
It's a pretty slightly above average podcast, but a way below average TikTok.
Is that one
account.
of you clowns? Am I supposed to know this?
It's Jim.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay.
So anyway, I follow Ignore the Rant and
I'll
Elizabeth
put it in
Duffy
my
on
queue right
TikTok.
now.
That's literally it.
Fuck yeah.
And the only reason I follow Elizabeth Duffy is because I like using her clips for intro videos for this show.
Is
Yeah.
that the OnlyFans girl you tried to get on and she went to
He
your
did
shirt
get her
off,
on.
so you like
She
didn't have
was
her
on.
back?
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
her
you
on. It was
didn't
a
have
decent
it.
show. I listened.
Yeah.
She is in the process of starting her own podcast. I've been kind of advising her and trying to help her get going with that. Like
I saw that she was recording an episode like 2 months ago from her TikTok, but I haven't checked back. I haven't searched for it. Didn't care. After her appearance on your show, Justin, I wanted to do some research. And so I spent about 1 month.
That means he subscribed to the OnlyFans.
Well, you know, it's open to
you're
interpretation.
not supposed to tell how the sausage is stroked. I mean, made.
You're not supposed to tell how the sausage is milked. Yeah, so I checked it out for a month. It was all right. I think I liked her better before. You know, it was like that whole like don't give it up immediately or whatever. Yeah. Like she's hotter in her TikToks than about a month after her OnlyFans. I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. She does like weird role play shit where I'm just like, this isn't what I want at all.
It was
You
funny
have to,
because
you
like
have
when
to
she
give
and I
her
were
more so she does the role play that you want. That's the
when she and I were talking about like doing the interview and stuff and coming on my show, I was like, I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about the OnlyFans stuff. Like I don't really, that's not really my thing. And like, and she also was in agreement. Like she didn't want to make the whole episode about her OnlyFans. Like she wanted to talk about other stuff. And so I thought it was a good show. I'm kind of made an ass of myself because I didn't realize what a spicy accountant was. I thought she like legitimately was an accountant.
Yeah, you came off looking pretty fucking innocent. I'm like, oh, poor Justin. Spicy accountant. What does that mean? Do you handle money for Carlos? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying don't go subscribe to her OnlyFans if you hate $5 a month or whatever the fuck it is, but yeah.
Bueno.
Ooh.
No, is you're talking about Martha? Is that?
Yeah, lady old fashioned.
I like
you know,
Martha.
you know.
I don't have any beef with her.
What
I'm
happened?
not
to
familiar.
Martha?
She has an OnlyFans too.
I thought
Apparently,
she was okay,
What?
and then
Does
she
Martha
like
have an
went
OnlyFans?
I have an
Buenos.
OnlyFans. That don't make it
Martha
special.
Buenos. Yeah, she has a OnlyFans.
No,
But it's-
grandma.
it's
By the way, if you guys
just,
want to see my butthole, it's
Elder abuse right now. Send me that link.
You guys want a preview?
Fucking, it's a weekend. Shit.
No, we just got back on. We just got back on YouTube. Don't do that.
You're right. I just fixed my computer. I shouldn't risk it.
That's
Yeah.
only on the that's only on the Patreon. Like no.
We need to
not-
roll back the state and my labia. Subscribe here.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, what you got, Justin?
All right. Most likely to want to set shit on fire.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yep.
I'll go with that one.
Oh shit! Wife is here. She said that's
I'll
that's our
take your word up for it. I would have guessed Justin, but I don't know. I don't know Jimmy very well. So
No, look, I don't deliberately set
Did
shit
she
on
brush her
fire. It
teeth?
just kind of happens, and then I end up like engulfed in the flame. It's not.
You need.
Oh, yeah,
you need
that
to use.
No,
Recently
see,
happened.
like
you just
I
gotta use more
deliberately,
lube, dude.
I am sort of a pyromaniac. I do like to like what we do is we'll stack up all the like Amazon boxes or whatever stuff, and then I like to go out there and burn them all and like
With the
make a
Aldi
big
shirt.
burn pile.
Hell yeah.
Don't judge my Aldi shirt.
No, we were
When
just
I
talking
grew up
about
like
Aldi.
upstate New
It's
York, right? And like
just a
you always burn
synchronicity.
things in the winter, right? When there's like
Okay, at our wedding, Justin caught the grill on fire and melted off the handles
Also, my eyebrows.
and his eyebrows.
All
Yes,
comes out.
and then
Did they come back thicker?
wait, are his eyebrows?
I
your
mean, they're
handles?
like caterpillars
You got
anyway.
big
They're
arms?
caterpillars.
For
Then we
everyone he
moved
burned off.
into our
As long as he
new
didn't get as long as he didn't get the unibrow, like he'd
We
be
moved
looking like
into our
Anthony
new
Davis.
house last week, and he blew up the oven. Like a fireball came out of the
I
oven.
heard. We heard
The
about
whole
this.
top exploded off of it. All of that shit.
What
Like,
about when I set the backyard in your dog on
oh
fire?
my god, he did set my dog on fire too. Like,
Fuck yeah.
It's not just the neighborhood cats that aren't safe, huh?
you cannot like trust Campbell's with any type of fire or explosive ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because his dad and his brother both did the same thing, all in the same year. His
They lit your dog on fire?
no, not the dog. They set a whole field on fire
Took
and
turns.
like they blew up a side by side, like the whole thing.
Apparently,
All right,
apparently when the
Magoo,
field
make your
started burning,
case.
Dad like freaked out and jumped off the side by side and just took a run for it. I'm like, don't you think it would have been faster to drive the side by side out of the field? But no, he like
No,
jumped
he-
off an abandoned ship and just ran.
And it melted down to the metal pieces. That was all that was left.
This fucking thing, there was nothing but frames sitting in the middle of the field. There was nothing else. It was crazy.
Hell yeah.
Does insurance cover that?
They actually did. Got a brand new one.
Yeah, those side by sides ain't cheap, man. It's worth making a claim.
Fuck
The
yeah.
fact
So
that it
him
was
running
insured
off,
for my
you
point.
gotta wonder. Yeah, yeah.
So I melted the siding off of my rental house when I was in college because we had a bonfire. It was into second semester going into summer, and one of my friends was leaving and he didn't want to move any of his shit. So he rented a U-Haul trailer to pack it all up, brought it over, and then just pushed it all onto our fire pit. I was like, well, I guess we just got to light it here. And we had like 2.5 story tall flames, but the fire pit was only like 20 feet away from the house. And so the whole side just fucking started sagging.
And
Until
y'all
it-
thought that was
It'll
smart.
do that.
I mean, it was funny.
Oh, funny. And then you had to pay for it later.
Yeah, but they were pretty cool. They I don't think we were the first ones to do it. So
Oh
they had extra siding and they just ripped the old shit
Extra
out.
siding.
but
Let's just replace this shit.
it was a college rental house. They knew what they were in for. But
Oh
as a kid, I was hanging out with one of my friends and he had one of those Coleman lanterns, kerosene lanterns.
Mhm.
And for some reason, our neighborhood was just surrounded by woods and he lived in the very back of it. For whatever reason, he took it as we were standing on his deck and he just chunked it as hard as he could into the woods because he wanted to like just have a fireball and then like it go away or some shit. Well, he throws it, it hits a tree, it explodes, and everything continues past the tree into the woods. And there's no water source nearby. So the fire department had to come and hand dig a trench around it to make a fire break. And he burnt down like 5 acres.
Martha hasn't.
Ooh, that's a lot of acres.
Yeah.
A lot of acres,
Yeah.
dude.
Parents were really pissed. Everybody in the neighborhood was grounded for like 2 months.
That's tough.
I'm terrified of the
Kids are
fire
hard.
down here. Like, I'm used to fires in New England where you got like snow and you got a bunch of stuff you want to burn. You burn it in the winter. Down here, man, I'm driving down the road and there's like somebody burning their field and there's fire like coming in the road. And I'm terrified. I'm going to be the Yankee that like lights the woods on fire. you know, try to avoid it at all costs.
I don't want to be the dumb.
I mean, a
redneck
little
that starts
controlled
the
burn,
fire.
a little controlled burn ain't bad.
Control
Yeah,
but I don't know how to
never
control it.
work
That's my
out
I've
that
got a
way.
flame
They
weeder I
never work
use.
out. Never work out.
Yeah, they do. I control burn it every week. So
Yeah. I got a buddy that works for
Ask
the
the Campbell
forest.
boys. Don't work out.
I got a buddy who works for the Forest Service, and that's all he does is just burns hundreds of acres, or thousands of acres a week. And
We're at.
so right now, South Carolina, but he used to live in West Virginia, Wyoming, Utah, California. He was on Mammoth Mountain, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey, so is all that bullshit true about how they're not doing controlled burns in Cali, and they're not getting rid of all the underbrush, and that's why anytime they have a fire, it's fucking raging?" He's like, "Absolutely." He's like, "They will not let you do controlled burns and get all of that thick shit out because they think that's the right thing to do."
Yeah, it's really frustrating because, like, again, me, an environmentalist, it's so frustrating where people on the fucking West Coast are like, "Oh, we're environmentalists, that's why we don't burn things," and it's like, no, that's why you're supposed to burn it. Like you're supposed to manage it. Us like east
That's
of
why
the
you'll have
Mississippi,
wildfires that literally consume an entire state every year.
Dude, we do tons of controlled burns in like Florida, and a lot, west of the Mississippi. I'm sorry, east of the Mississippi, and we don't have that same problem. The Native Americans did it. I mean, they burned all of North America every year annually, basically. I mean, they maintain the fucking forests. I don't want to call it science. Let's say an art, but there's something to it, man. I mean,
there is science. No, there is science to it. It's because
there is, but I'm not a scientist.
There are certain trees that can't germinate without the fire, right?
There are certain plants that can't,
some of
and then that's the best way to condition the soil. The Amazon is what it is. The Amazon would be trash if it weren't for the natives who live there for millennia burning. They'd go an acre at a time. They'd burn it, and that makes the soil awesome.
It sounds like you're making
move an acre at a time.
Yeah, what do they know?
Well, that's
it
why
sounds like you're making an argument for the natives, and I don't really appreciate that.
Well, that's why you
down like that.
No, we're just making a pro-fire argument.
When you
not
say
I'm just saying,
like
Really, is
exactly.
California
You
burning
got
that
me.
bad? I mean, like, is it?
Yeah.
is it-
I'm not for sacrificing people to the sun god, but I am for burning the land an acre at a time and then planting there. Yeah.
I like when you see old 2x4s and like old wood, like it has like way more rings and stuff than like the new wood. Like if you buy a 2x4 now, it's not very thick, it's not very strong, whereas that old wood was. And it's because they were doing controlled burns and because like nature was kind of taking care of itself, whereas the stuff now is it's like manufactured wood basically. Like
well,
it's
they grow it so
Well,
fast.
I know.
They-
Like my dad was he was a logger for a little bit, and so he would go and they would do some of the cuts and everything, and then they would sometimes like they would just leave the whole thing, nothing there, and then other times like somebody would come in behind and replant or whatever. But regardless, like they have to do something, like they need to be burning and then replanting or whatever it is to try to clear out that stuff. They don't just need to just clear and like that. That's the whole point. Is a lot of it's just they don't want to manage any of it. They don't want to manage any aspect of it. It's just kind of like let the things grow and then maybe we'll be able to handle it somehow. I don't know what their logic is.
But that's the natural course of it, though, right? Like nature. You look at malls that go into disrepair and then they get grown over by nature, and that's just California, right? Like it's just people get stupid and nature's taken back over, and they get burned, they drift off into the ocean, and I guess that's the end of it.
Well, and here's the coolest part: none of them are watching this right now because none of them have electricity.
Yeah.
What is it? They projected like if humanity died off, we would basically be non-existent within 40 years. Like nature would effectively replace us, like for the most part.
Yeah, all those shows that were on History, where it was like after humans or after post-human or whatever the fuck it was called, where they did like computer modeling of how quickly a city would be overrun. Like I know here in Atlanta, it would be one of the fastest cities overtaken. Like there's trees that are growing out of like concrete fucking highway walls, like Stone Mountain. Not far from me. It's just a ball of granite, and there's fucking pine trees this big around just growing out of the fucking thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've been to Stone Mountain. It's a nice area. I really like Stone Mountain.
Smoking to death right now.
Put his napkins right here.
Oh, I'm already up.
Sorry.
Trey, where are you? Are you Alabama?
Name on the top.
Yeah,
Somebody needs to
Alabama.
help him.
Sir, I am CPR and first aid certified. Do you need assistance?
You're gonna want to rub on his belly counterclockwise. It'll make him giggle, and then it'll fix itself.
What part of
Oh,
Alabama? I'm curious. Like in
More north.
relation to Georgia.
I'm probably 2 hours from Atlanta.
Okay.
2 hours drive time from Atlanta. I'm on the east, like northeast side.
A lot of y'all are way too close to each other. Like,
Yeah, we are. I was in Clyde's neck of the woods on Monday, actually, and Tuesday. I was thinking of hitting him up, but then I felt pretty gay about it. So
And
I
you
just
didn't call me.
drove home.
You fucking
I just drove home.
homo.
Pretty gay about it.
Pretty gay.
Dude, my wife was gone all week.
Look, all you gotta do
You
is
guys
say
could
no
have gotten
homo.
really
all
gay
by
about
myself.
it.
Yeah, look,
Really
you
good
just say
You missed out, buddy.
Son
all
of a
you gotta
bitch.
do is say all you gotta do is say, hey, no homo. Immediately not gay.
But what if there is homo? I mean, like,
I
No
mean, yeah.
homo, but you felt good.
I mean,
Spit that way, but also no homo.
yeah.
we're on the fucking internet too right now. This is great. This is fucking great.
And this is me not judging y'all.
I
Thank
just like
you.
to say hello to all my future employers that are logging off.
oh man, Alan Mosley was talking about that on his show the other night. Like he has had job interviews where they go find like his internet presence or his like social media presence, and they're like, basically, we can't hire you because of what you do on YouTube and Twitter. Holy shit, that's kind of fucked up. God, I'm glad none of my
he's pretty
employers
tame, isn't he?
care.
I mean,
Oh my god.
Because yeah, you'd be hosed.
Like the nice thing is, my former boss, he followed me on Twitter and YouTube and stuff when I still worked for him, and still follows me. And he'll even send me a text message every once in a while and be like, "Dude, that was spot on." I'm like, all right, cool. So like, I know I could go back to work there at least if all else fails.
Do not be losing your job.
I'm not losing my job. They love
Yeah.
me.
that's why I tried to get him to
See,
do this
I
from
don't-
work, but he decided not to.
like I don't get the whole thing about like why they care.
Can't lose if
But-
you don't play.
Like I don't want to ever want my account to get big because in that way, like they'll actually want to like go look into that kind of stuff. It's like, oh, you got 20,000 subs or something like that. All of a sudden, you get on the radar, and then it's like, well, we need to check into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to get fired, so I'm hoping they find this one.
Going the Office Space route.
Yeah, I'm quiet quitting.
There you go. Oh my
Kids are
god.
doing these days.
You're gonna make Justin rage because he's gonna spark out of it.
And the corporate environment's pretty fucking shitty, this day and age. Like, I don't know, like I always worked hard in the corporate environment and didn't make it anywhere compared to the people who didn't. So, maybe I'm the dummy.
I've kind of been quiet quitting my whole life, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's something I strive for.
You know what's
Yeah.
interesting is I actually had somebody who sent me a message about those two episodes, the quiet quitting, and then the follow up that Steven and I did, and he
They
said
complain
like
about me.
No, he said after listening to those and like hearing what we were talking about with those, he went and applied for a job and got it like immediately. Like he decided to do something with his life and not be
Whoa. I don't need a lot because you're
sorry, I forgot.
It's for later. Don't worry.
But
You
like
don't
he
feel
said like listening to that, he realized he needed to like nut up and go fucking do something.
okay. Well,
Fuck
I
yeah.
think that's pretty cool. Like that made me feel good.
Made a difference.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's what we do over here.
that's why we
on
do
these
this.
shows.
That's why we do this because
That's-
people
that's
actually.
Changing the
what I
world
do
one
for a
person at a
living,
time.
though. Like
If
I'm
it
a
just-
recruiter and I hire people.
Yeah, but that's your job. Like we're
I
just.
know.
Oh, is she an HR lady?
I
Oh,
am
no.
the HR lady. I am an HR lady.
Look,
and
she's not
I,
blue hair.
no.
I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but there are some people that
But I don't.
Just assume.
There are some that I'm
tell.
just like, no.
You can tell Steph is the one that like organizes to like make everybody be friends. Like she's gonna go.
She's going through everybody's
kiss and
social
makeup.
media account,
Here.
like, you know.
I
What
am
you got
not.
there?
I don't go
Sussing
through your
us all
social
out,
media
you know?
account. I don't care about your background check. Like as long as you're honest with me up front. But y'all some stupid ass motherfuckers, and I'm not hiring you. Like I can't.
This one's gonna be easy. This one's gonna be really easy. Oh man, he ducked out too.
He's taking a shit. He'll be right back.
Is down for anything as long as it's drugs.
Mm.
Yeah.
I thought that was Doc though.
I'm clean. I'm clean. I just
I can't speak for him, but
Well, I would hire you then.
can't deny that.
If you can pass the drug test, I will hire you.
Clyde is down with the libations, but nothing else.
That you're down with anything as long as it's drugs. 90%, yeah, you know. Fair assessment.
Yeah.
Within reason, like a responsible
You already
adult.
showed that one.
Dag wasn't here. He needed to see it.
It makes sense now. Yeah, the whole conversation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I accept that.
That was a quick deuce, dude.
It was just the number one. I'm not gonna go take a poo on. You're in a podcast.
That's why you gotta do it solo. So these
Justin
empty
and I
cans,
went
you
to
just
Sam's
fill
today,
them
and
up.
he was in the
That's
bathroom.
why I
for
don't
like
drink beer on the
40 minutes.
podcast.
Last time I was filling jars up like you wouldn't believe. And Mel didn't even know.
I've inferred that to people. I've been like on a 3-hour podcast with someone drinking beer, and I'm like, "You filling up Gatorade bottles under there, man, or what? Like, what's going on?"
It's doable.
He's a dumbass.
I've definitely like during like an interview while like the guest is talking, like muted myself and kept like my Bluetooth headphones in and like gone and like peed and just go, "Oh God, just keep talking, and then run back in." And it's always worked out, you know. Only when I have a co-host too, so it's not like it's that bad.
Oh, here's Clayton.
Hello.
I've definitely done that a couple times.
I've had some people like who were like we were on a stream together, and then all of a sudden they just go and they're like, "Oh, I gotta go drop a deuce," and then in the middle you can hear a little bit.
I had to run off one of my first streams because I was drinking wild turkey a little bit too much, and I had to make a run for it. It was not fun. It was like a 3-hour stream.
Oh my God!
Hell yeah!
Dude,
No, I'll
Leighton,
just say,
I love your Budweiser flag. Where'd you get that?
I have 2 of them, so I've got the one that has the one ass, and then on the one in the living room, I have one that has 3 asses on it. And
Oh, a 3-asser.
Oh,
I've seen a 1-ass. I've seen a
Yeah.
2-asser.
yes.
I've
I
never
have
seen a
to get-
3-asser.
I've got to get one to
That's
Dickie,
shit, dog.
but
have you ever seen an elephant fly?
Dude, it actually says King of Rears. And once a King of Rears, once your bush, one fluid pint. And then it says the other one outside has even funnier shit on it. It's
Dude, I'm
hilarious.
almost confident now that there's a Panama City, Florida, and a Panama City, Alaska. Like, that is exactly
I'm
what
pretty
they
sure
started.
Seward is Panama City if you look up geographically what it looks like.
Hell yeah! Can I get a face tattoo, an airbrush shirt, and a Budweiser flag in the same place? In the same place. Fuck yeah!
Just about anywhere,
Well,
probably.
tell us about neck tattoos and all the because most of us are relatively rural rednecks. You're the one with the most experience in the actual urban hell.
Oh, in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, all you gotta do, like, it to fit in the urban, you just gotta get a tattoo of an ice cream cone on your face, like Gucci Mane.
No, a teardrop maybe.
Yeah, maybe a teardrop.
Or,
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you want
tattoo.
to. If you do the teardrop though, then you might be on the wrong side of the fight there.
No,
Just
just
teardrop, but it's
Then
got to
you're
be
a
the rainbow,
gangster.
so it's
Then everybody
inclusive.
thinks you're a gangster.
no. In old English,
No,
just get harmless across your forehead and be like, what? It fucking
To give
that's
you an
not offensive,
idea,
that-
I used to live in the largest city in the state of Alaska, and it has a population of 291,000.
Oh, and Alaska.
so,
my
that's
God.
the big city here. It's like
Oh my
300,000 people, which is like spread out pretty well. So it's kind of funny. Like there is no like big city.
Are you are you really in Alaska?
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh.
No.
My mom
Is
lives
that
in
like a mountain?
Montana, so it's like the same
Yeah,
thing.
it is.
There's
Malice is in the middle, right?
No.
Yeah.
There's
You know, it's
nothing
funny.
there. It's like the same
I
thing.
didn't realize how
Malice
short
is
Malice
short,
was
not
until
that
I saw him in a
short.
picture with Jose. I was like,
No,
oh
I-
shit!
When
I
met
just
him-
I just made it full screen and you take it away so I can't read it, man.
It just
I
said
met
that
Malice-
a family-friendly drag show today.
Who
I
was
met
it?
Malice at the airport.
I don't know who the son was though. Like,
It's not ours.
And yeah, Malice is definitely short.
He's very short.
Because I'm 5'11", 6 foot, depending on what.
and
shoes
he's
I'm wearing.
insecure about it too. I think. I'm pretty sure Malice is insecure about his height.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Now,
buddy. I
Justin-
didn't mean to make fun of you.
Yeah,
Now,
he'll block
Justin-
you on Twitter if you say something about it.
Yeah, no.
Short guys
Yeah.
shaving the side of their heads. Unbelievable.
Now
I'm not
Google.
gonna lie, the dude looks a little bit like Nutter, like without the beard.
Look at his little. He's got a little belly.
Malice.
Yeah, look at him.
Who we talk? Who?
He's got
I'm
beard
so
with still
confused.
beard.
You know,
Malice
Is that
is on the
Martha
left.
Bueno?
it was only a couple years
Blair
ago
White.
that Malice had somebody on his show and they were talking about like cum gutters, and it definitely looks like he's got a beer belly. Like he's dad bodding it up here.
Yeah,
Is that a
he's
drag?
definitely on
Drag.
bad bod.
Yeah, it's Blair White. Now Google Blair
Oh,
White
Is
with
that
no.
really
Oh, so
Blair
that-
White? That's
Yeah,
not.
that's-
okay.
Is that Blair White?
That's Blair White.
Yeah, it's
Now-
Blair White.
Blair
She's
White is
hot.
hotter
She's
than
hot.
Martha Bueno.
Well,
You
hang
think
on.
owner for sure.
Okay, well, yes,
Yeah.
she's a trans, but
All right,
she's
now-
hot.
Well, this okay. What I've been trying to say: Google Blair White with no makeup, and then talk to me.
I don't want to do that.
Do it.
I
bet
don't
it's terrible.
care.
You have to do it now,
Good.
Justin.
I bet it's terrible.
If you Google any woman on the internet without makeup, you're gonna be disappointed, man.
I don't have a makeup.
I don't know about
you.
that. It
Well,
depends.
no, we're not
Depends.
disappointed. That's the you're not. It's different, right? Like the standards are different. Once you post photos of your booty online, you are immediately held to a higher standard than the rest of the internet.
They're probably online.
You got. There's something about seeing the makeup around though. I mean, you know.
The ones
Yeah.
that need makeup, there's a reason, but there's a lot of
I'm just saying.
there's a lot of women that don't need it, and they're fine.
Yeah, I don't.
Have you
I don't
seen
care
some of
for
those?
makeup on women.
There's-
Some of
there's-
the TikTok
there's worse
videos
That
of these
could be
chicks
way
that like
worse.
I
do
don't
themselves
see
up
anything
as
wrong
like
with this.
completely. You don't.
She
don't
just
She
they're
took that picture.
unrecognizable.
It's more
It's the
Asian
face
on one
boobs,
side
that's
than
what's
the
wrong with
other.
that.
Who is this? She looks young.
The boobs? Are you talking about the boobs are more even on one side than the other? Who gives a fuck? They're all different sizes.
No, that's not what I meant.
They're
I just
fake
meant that they're
anyway.
obviously grody fake boobs.
It's bolt-ons.
Yeah.
Fake boobs aren't grody.
No, the fake.
Okay, fake
A lot
boobs
of times
are-
Man
fake
who says
boobs are
they don't
gross.
like
Fake
fake
boobs
boobs
are
has just never seen big
unrealistic.
enough fake
Justin,
boobs.
I just sent you a picture of Blair without makeup
accurate.
in the chat.
They're not accurate because nobody has two boobs the same size ever.
Well, especially like the '80s fake boobs. They were just like so knobby and weird, you know.
Like just straight out.
Yeah, and perfectly round, you know, on
Yeah,
either
perfect.
side, and they're like separated.
You know,
by
I bet you appreciate those more when you're 70 than you do like
Oh, because
it's not, man.
all the other skin around them is all wrinkly, but not those.
I get
boobs.
older, those tits stay the same age.
Is that what's
We're
going on with
still
Nancy
way up
Pelosi?
here.
Clayton, is one of your boobs bigger than the other? Let's-
We've talked
Nobody
about
wants
this, I
calluses
think.
on their
Is it
nipples.
the
Mine
right one?
are my steering
So
arm.
this
big one.
tit is slightly bigger than this tit.
It's the right one. It's always the right one. Why is
But
that?
technically everything on this side of my body is like a little bit bigger than everything else on this side of my body. It's kind of a weird thing.
Are
And
you
that's
So
why
it's
it's
a
so
curve to the
sad.
left.
And
Are
that's
you
why it's so sad.
right-handed?
Yeah.
Right, I'm
That's
right.
the left.
I'm
Slide
technically
deep
I'm
into it.
ambidextrous, but I
You prefer your right
I
hand.
prefer my right.
Flat
the
butt
majority
riser
of
with
the
both
time.
But that
hands.
wouldn't explain why his right nut is bigger than his left nut. Like that's
That's
How
just
do you
sitting in front of the
know that?
microphone.
I'm gonna
Okay,
leave that one.
that
I'm gonna
is
leave
that
one
is
to
the
mystery.
most. See, that is the
Have you
most.
seen it?
That is the most common. Like,
Have you
look,
seen
it's
it?
most common for the right nut to be smaller than the left nut.
Why?
Is that
He's a
factual?
nutologist.
Trey
mean,
has
Are
seen
y'all
a
out
lot
there
of nuts.
examining
He's
each other's
examined-
nuts? Like, let's
It's
see
in the
which one's
data.
created
bigger.
an average.
Literally, look,
Whip
there is
'em
a
out.
there's a data source for this kind of
With
stuff.
Trey's database of ball size, we can measure the majority of the Liberty movement. We,
Oh my god.
It's like at
As,
Home Depot. the
as an
screw press.
OB, I can tell you that many left-sided labias are larger as well too.
It's just science.
It is.
Science.
Yeah,
What
just
the
like,
fuck?
You want to do the next card, dear?
What is it?
next time you
One
get the
person-
mirror out, take a look. You'll notice.
What is it? The person who wants to measure ball size the most?
If that's a card, I'd be impressed.
I'm convinced of that. Yeah.
Who
Justin
can
or
be
Mark?
convinced? Who's the most likely to be convinced of anything?
That is totally not me.
Mm.
Justin or Mark?
I feel like Mark, because I've seen him on the show, make some pretty weird theories up on the spot.
It's whoever's not here right now.
It's definitely Mark. Mark can be just about convinced of anything.
Yeah, he's watched like 2 hours of Owen Benjamin. He's like, dude, I don't even think space is real. I think the Earth is inverted.
Yeah,
Mark
I've seen that.
subscribes
I've
to
seen
Gaia.
that.
I'm glad you tapped that keg because I didn't want to be the one to do it. But yeah, the Owen Benjamin thing. I feel you.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna like change my online persona to Mets Bear.
Met Bear.
wait
I'm
a
gonna have
minute,
17
wait a
Look,
minute.
kids.
all you have to do is
Owen
explain to him
Benjamin.
how.
Owen Benjamin's complete and utter destruction of Gavin McGinnis over this last 2 weeks was fucking priceless. I don't know if anybody paid attention to it.
I didn't
For
see it.
sure, for
But-
sure. Yeah,
Is
Fucking
Owen Benjamin
Gavin
still around
McGinnis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Owen's still around. He's got
Oh, yeah.
like a decent sized community still, and he is a night like he does some shitty things, but I do think the guy's like just trying to keep his like fan base and keep talking to people. But
he always makes me think about things differently. I give him that.
yeah,
Always makes me
Gavin
think. Yeah.
Gavin did this whole fucking joke. What he thought was a joke. I think this was the dumbest thing he could have ever done because he had somebody come alive on his show and pretend like it was the FBI arresting him. And then he went dead silent online for like days and got news coverage and shit about this. No major news coverage would really cover it. So he didn't get the real publicity I think he was looking for. And then at the end, he has to come out and basically make fun of his own fan base for not
For
liking the
believing it.
joke he made. And because they believed it, but were like, well, because you joked about this, like, this is not something we should be joking about because there are actually
Right.
people getting fucking raided that we have to worry about fucking, defending online and shit. And now you're making it harder. It almost seems like,
But the
he
way
might-
that
War of the
Owen
Worlds?
Benjamin blew it
Oh,
up was he was texting with Gavin and he was like, "Hey, dude, so what's going on? Are you cool?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sure, fine. It's just a gag, but don't tell anybody." And he was like, "Well, okay, sure, but like, when are you gonna let him know?" And he's like, "Oh, never. Like, that's the gag." And Owen was like, "Yeah,
No.
dude, that's pretty fucked up." And so he just screenshotted that text message, posted it on Instagram, and then and
I'm surprised he's still on Instagram. Like the
It's like the only
that's shocking.
social media he has.
yeah.
like didn't he get yeeted from everything else?
Oh, sure.
Owen Benjamin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he
Yeah.
claims. Apparently to the point where they recognize his IP address.
Yeah, Twitter was like Twitter and Facebook both completely fucked him. Because they did basically what they did to like Hinkle and a bunch of other people
Does
in
he have, like,
the
a
political
truth?
space.
Does he have
So
a
is-
Truth Social?
like-
Or?
Why
I don't
though?
know.
Is it because of
I
the
don't think so.
frequency with
Like,
which he says the N word, or like what?
So,
He blames everything on Jews.
He's been
Yeah,
he's been
his
doing all
own
the
fucking network.
He has a tendency to land on the the anti-Semitic side on basically most issues, and so I think the online communities were just like, we
He's-
don't want you around. I don't
he's-
really.
well, and he was I think he
Yeah.
was critical of the COVID stuff and, so, and all that kind of stuff.
But
so,
he got yeeted before that. He's an outdoor.
Yeah,
He's
well,
Ryan
yeah.
Dawson if Ryan Dawson liked to go camping.
Yeah, that's a good
Who's
That's a
Ryan
good.
Dawson?
I think the thing that got really him like canceled was the.
I don't think you want to know who
kids
Ryan
can't be
Dawson
trans.
is.
And they were like, yes, they can, and he's like, no, they can't, and allegedly that was the first thing that got him.
Has he been back on
Benjamin
Rogan
grew up
in a
like
while?
an hour north of me. That's all I know. That's all I know about the guy.
Has he been back on Rogan recently?
Didn't he play the piano with his ball?
No,
I don't think
he's blacklisted from Rogan.
Oh, is he? For
Aw.
what?
Yeah,
That's sad.
Yeah,
because he came from the comedy world. Every time that he was ever on Rogan, it was because they were comedians.
Yeah.
But he burnt every bridge on his way out, rightfully or wrongfully, doesn't matter. And so the entire comedy sphere in LA turned on him and was like, he's a white supremacist, he's a fucking nutbag, he's like, and he means it. So Joe was like, I don't think I'm gonna have him on anymore. And also Owen went after Rogan for like 2 straight years, talking the wildest shit.
During the Alex Jones shit.
And I think it could. I don't know if this is related, but I know that Owen and Crowder have a beef, and so I don't know if that relates to any of that.
Owen used to write for Crowder,
yeah,
and
and be on the show.
It was
I think
once
Crowder
Owen
has a
started,
beef with everybody.
eventually, but once
Crowder's-
Owen started.
Oh,
Real
go
quick,
ahead, sorry.
once Owen started going hard, saying the moon landing was fake, NASA's not real, it was created by Nazis. Crowder, I think Crowder's dad used to work for NASA or some shit like that,
Yeah,
so he took it personally, and then that split him. And then after that, it was just like Owen can't take people disagreeing with him. He nukes them and goes scorched earth because he can't handle when people disagree with him, at least in the beginning. And he was a giant piece of shit during that time, and that's when I stopped watching him.
I would say Owen is dangerously close to being considered a like political lolcow. He's got himself in this precarious situation where he almost needs to just not publicly say anything and just continue to build his smaller like community. Because I do think what he did was stupid in the sense that he drew so many fucking targets from so many angles on the internet that it's damn near impossible to come back from. Like you've scorched earth everything.
But he's doing good now. Like he is,
because he's doing things
Doing
himself.
something.
He seems to be doing great now that he's just focusing on his own shit.
well, and it's always the same story.
Right.
It's the same story every time. Anytime somebody like goes from normie to like start to find out things, they believe everything they read, and then they take it as far as they can.
Yeah.
And anybody that's not right up to speed with them, they're like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a statist. Sounds familiar in our circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like I see that on like a lot of people on all sides of that thing. That's what bugs me. A lot of people is it's like there's this thing and like, oh, if you don't think the same way I do, you're a fucking idiot. And then it's like 6 months later they have like a different opinion because we all change our opinions over time. And it's just if you don't agree with me, you're a fucking idiot. It's like okay, like I don't know, like the way I like it. Okay, this is the way I feel about things. Like I don't like to be like, if you don't agree with me, you're a fucking idiot, because I know that I've changed my mind so many times. And
dude, you didn't see.
I think there's.
I hate to insult people for not feeling a certain way.
It's for.
I used to be a stupid fucking about as status as you could get at one point. So it's.
You didn't see the documentary I saw, man. It changed my life. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
game.
Here we go.
I made a
Justin
tweet.
just holds shit up. It's like,
Who's most likely to make a terrible first impression? When we both looked at this card, it's like everybody.
I don't know. Justin still let me on, so I guess my first impression wasn't that bad. Even though 30 minutes late.
Yeah, Jim's first time on the show, he showed up 30 minutes late because apparently, even though he watches the show like every time we're on, he forgot what time we start.
I thought it was 9 a.m. because that's every time I started to watch it. I was like, who starts
he's
the show
on
at
the
that
East
bottom
Coast
of an
at like
hour?
real people time. Like,
that's true.
none of this flyover bullshit. Like, you can't blame a man.
What time is it where y'all are at?
It's fucking 9:30.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Quiet.
9:30.
Quiet. You're
Real time.
like really
8:30
quiet.
here.
Why are you not talking?
I have manners and I don't talk over people.
Bullshit.
He doesn't want his wife to know.
I
He's
came
a
here
man in
to
the
talk
shadows.
to you, Clyde.
But y'all were talking about.
I came to see you.
And we can't because the light's on behind him and there's nothing on in front of him.
I know. And you
Exactly.
Are you making fun of my complexion?
He's like a witness testifying
just-
as mob boss.
No, Clyde, just smile. Then we can see you better.
He looks like his actual profile. He looks like his profile photo right now.
So he's trying to look like that
Really
black guy.
bringing
Do you
in
live in like a
unbelief.
tri-level house?
Hell yeah.
What's going on behind you?
It's my kid's room. I keep them on that half of the room most of the time. And I put this
In
up so they don't
boxes?
come over here.
In boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do with your kids?
I mean,
Why
not?
It's pretty normal to me.
I would like to put them behind the doggy door, but that doesn't work either.
there
so.
you go. You have boxes and
My kids are mouthy.
bars.
They wouldn't stay behind bars. They want to be arsonists and
Oh,
psychopaths.
Jesus.
So.
Well, this is good. We've created some Timothy McVeighs, and
The 11-year-old has
seems like
aspirations.
we're set. Justin's doing the hard work here, guys.
He wants to be an arsonist, and the other one is a psychopath. So we're good.
She gets that honest though.
As long as they get that
and the
insurance
boy,
worked out
he's
ahead of
just too
time.
dumb to like make it past.
Look,
anything.
yeah, just try to make it look like an accident, though. Don't make it
The
look like it was
girls,
on
on
purpose.
the other
Yeah,
hand, are gonna like blow shit up and kill people.
Just keep your kids off Discord, and that way the feds can't get them. They got to try at least a little harder.
Well, it's fine.
Okay.
They put Signal and Telegram, right?
Signal and
be all right.
Telegram.
I hear the
They're
feds are getting
well aware
Telegram
to
though.
stay off the grid.
They can move in with Owen Benjamin if everything comes to
Well,
that.
the feds are definitely on Telegram.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
fucking.
I'm pretty
Everybody
sure
thinks
it's-
Telegram's
We're
like,
all on
dude,
the watch
Signal and
list."
Telegram, we're all safe. And I'm like, no, that's
No.
not how it works.
Telegram's a honeypot. I'm pretty sure.
100%.
Pretty sure.
Like
Mm.
some of the pages that I can just openly access, I'm like, this shouldn't be this easy.
Shouldn't be legal at all. And the idea that they're doing it and they know that those places exist is like, yeah, there's no way this is not some kind of Fed shit.
It's like, yeah, let's go to let's go to our local militia meeting, guys, and we're gonna totally get ready to go in the commies and it, like immediately, that kind of thing. Just get all together and let's go in the commies. It's
Yeah,
like,
come on, guys. Let's have a My Pillow fight real quick. That's what you guys do, right?
How about that guy getting raided? What the hell?
Dude,
I mean,
he got
obviously-
raided for something
Oh,
other
yeah.
than the Trump shit, too.
What did
What
they
do you get
raid?
rated
It was
for?
related. It was related though.
What was it like officially related for though, or what was it
It
officially
was
for?
they were he had correspondence like so.
Yeah,
they were
I'm gonna
kinda-
make a
Oh, like
He
the
talked with
terrorist
Trump, so the
who's
feds
the
go
Kevin
in and
Bacon thing?
like take his
I-
phone.
Yeah.
I think he's got the IRS after him.
Yeah.
And I
Probably.
think
Oh, without
that,
doubt.
I
that
think
pillow money don't, that don't
I-
explain that mansion, you know.
Yeah,
So do
I
y'all-
think
do
it has something to do with that. A lot of these Trump guys have fallen into the trap of setting up donor programs. And anybody who's looked into how the feds are actually getting these guys, if you fucking accept money for political purposes and you're in Trump's camp, they are going to bend you over and fist you with their foot. Like it's gonna be fucking bad. Like
Well,
it's
don't y'all remember in
Good old Amish footing.
2015, 2016 when Obama was able to wiretap like one of the campaign staffers of Trump, and then by rule they could then tap every person that they were in
Yeah.
contact with.
Yeah.
That's all this is. They go to Mar-a-Lago, they find out because they took more than just whatever the fuck they took pictures of, and they find out any points of connection, and then it's no shocker that it starts at Mar-a-Lago. Then a month later, or within a month, there's 35 more raids,
Everybody
and
has.
then more. This is
this is-
normal, typical shit. No,
Well, this has
Well,
been
they've
going on
already
since the
gone
Tea
after
Party.
his voters.
That's all it is. It's a witch hunt.
Well,
Yeah.
they've been doing this since the Tea Party. You guys remember the
Mhm.
Tea Party?
Yeah, the
like
IRS.
my
Yeah.
grandfather like was helping with some of the like those campaigns, and so like he talked about some of the stuff that they were going after them, but the IRS, Obama weaponized the IRS against them. So like
Yeah, they went-
It's been going on.
What did
There
he-
was
remember?
hearings on that, wasn't there?
Didn't
Weren't there hearings? Some lady got they went through her personal stuff, even though it had nothing to do with because she donated. I don't. I remember
Well,
hearing about the hearings.
It's because for some reason I think the Tea
Trucker
Party.
convoy?
the Tea
No, go
Party
ahead.
set up a
Hold
they set up
for
like
that.
a separate donor program or whatever, kind of like y'all were talking about, but it wasn't actually tied to the federal like election commission like funds. So the whole point, like they have WinRed and stuff now, right? But they didn't set anything up similar to WinRed, but they were just getting donations, and so it looks really suspicious to the IRS, and they can just whack them. You know?
Why are you putting him in Blue's Clues house?
He puts himself in that. That's not me. I didn't do that.
What up, Eric?
What is it? That's Blue's Clues?
That's not
It's
Blue's
the
Clues.
Simpsons.
It's the Simpsons.
Oh, well,
Okay.
Simpsons.
my
That's what I
bad.
thought, but then she
Like,
said Blue's Clues. I was like, really? I thought I could have sworn that was.
So y'all are asking what's up?
What up, Homer?
Blood alcohol level here in a minute. So.
Fuck yeah.
Grab some
I couldn't
Smirnoff?
see because your green screen was all jacked up. But
No, it's some J-Mo.
Right.
So isn't it funny though, Justin? You just held up a card like who's the easiest to be most convinced about something, and we're all like, dude, they're after all of us. I'm convinced of it. I
They
fucking
are
know it.
after all of us.
I heard somebody in my backyard just now. Get out of here, spook. Oh no, sorry. I don't think I can yell that on YouTube.
I was gonna say,
You can't say
like one of those-
spook,
there you
Jim.
go.
Damn it.
Son of a. All right, well, we got to eat this fucking thing. Sorry. Yeah, I thought Clyde was going to be the one to get it taken down.
I'm pretty. I feel
That
like
would
I'm
be
pretty
you.
Negative.
Has anyone dropped an N-bomb yet?
Well,
I mean, I guess that was the closest I can get.
we've been avoiding
I can
it.
only say Jewish slurs.
Hey, I'm 100% Jewish.
So
How rude.
I'm Jewish. That's why I can say the Jewish slurs.
Who's Jewish?
Clayton, we-
Clayton, you're Jewish?
What was the dead giveaway? His last name being Redna.
I don't know a Jewish last name.
Dude, I'm related by marriage to Gene Wilder and related by blood to Gilda Radner. I am the most Jewy.
Holy shit.
And I'm only 1% Jew, and that's the white Jew.
That's a rounding error, honestly.
Wow.
I believe
1%.
Owen Benjamin refers to those as the good Jews.
The good Jews.
That's what I heard.
Hey, I grew up thinking I was German, and I have 0% German. So, you know.
Yeah. No, my grandfather was in World War II. Those fuckers killed him when he was in the camps. He was guarding people. No, that's the I'm 1% German. I thought, oh,
I'm not even 1% German. I'm 1% Jew.
I'm half German on both from both sides, so you know we had a great intramural softball team as the camps.
All right, Eric, since you're
Oh, yeah.
coming in late, what we've been doing is every so often I'll hold up a card. Who is most likely to, and then we decide who's most likely to not be able to drive for shit.
That would be Justin.
no, that's me, and I'll tell you why. You ready? I automatically win this card. 'Cause I am
You
I am
only drive a
22
moose?
years old. I'm almost 23, and I've never driven a fucking car. I don't have a license. I've never been behind the wheel. I
Oh
don't.
my god.
How in Alaska?
I know
They
you've
ride.
never
They
driven.
ride.
Rope a reindeer,
Ow.
man.
They
They
ride
ride
moose.
moose.
You just jump
I
out,
walk-
jump on a reindeer, get an arrow.
I thought he was about to tell us he was like 10% Asian female.
Quick, hurry, get out of the way. Make a left now.
He's
You can see it in
secretly
the eyes.
He's
You're going
secretly
the wrong
an
way.
Asian baby boy.
Can you go trans to go like 10% trans Asian?
Dude,
he's one of
Do you
those.
have any idea how
Ireland.
easily I could go trans? Dude, I just buy a bra. My hair's already right. I don't need to do anything. Dude, at this point, if I wanted to become fucking bulletproof, I would just buy a bra and a fucking two-piece.
Ladies and gentlemen, I
No one's
present
allowed
to
to
you
question our
Linda
idea.
Radner.
Natural
Dude, I
beauty,
just
you
take
know,
the
you
name
don't-
Gilda.
I don't have to shave.
Okay, you're like a 44 double E.
Wow.
Prove it.
Hold on.
I can
Show
my
show those
dick.
sweater puppies right now, then.
I swear.
My dick is
44 double E.
Wow.
Yes, got back on YouTube. Holy shit.
I don't know about anybody else, but I am
Taking him
rock
when we got
hard
on
now.
the show.
I got fucking diamonds down here. Thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah,
Oh.
Eric's date didn't even get him that hard.
Dude, I don't mind showing my tits because they're smaller than John Waldenberger's. So as long as I'm in that range, I feel safe.
John Waldenberger looks like that Toronto shop teacher.
Oh my god.
You think?
I'll be right back.
I've-
I have to go get the liquor because I'm being kicked out of my own house. So.
Well, we did it. Mission accomplished, gents. we got him.
I got kicked out of my own house too, but the ex-wife paid for me to go. So
There you go.
I own this house and the house next door, so
So you are Jewish. You're the landlord.
Yeah.
Madam.
This seems perfectly. This is spot on for me.
hey, does
Crack
anybody else know that Justin's wife is a giantess? She's like over 6 feet tall.
Say
I'm
Oh, are you
not
actually?
over 6 feet tall. I am not. I am 5.
There's a lot of money to be made in giant
fine.
Instead of an OnlyFans stuff, you're like
Me and
crushing
her
buildings
the same
and all that.
height.
I'm
Man,
5'11".
I don't know, but I kind of know.
Yep, she's tall.
Look, all you gotta do is Photoshop her like looking like Godzilla. You know, like-
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't even know that was a term.
Godzilla.
I learned something.
So, Steph, what we need you to do is we need you to just follow the Ben Shapiro circuit and just only take photos with him. That'd be
with
great.
Ben Shapiro.
Have you ever seen Ben Shapiro taking pictures with tall women? There's
I
like
don't know if I have.
Quick, get my
there's
box.
so many
Take pictures of
subreddit
Michael
It's the
posts
shiny one.
of just Ben
How
Shapiro
weird
next to a woman above
Right.
5'5", and it makes him look like a midget.
Obviously, she's a woman. My face is right here in her tits.
Clearly, I can see she is female. Now, obviously, it is dusty ass dry down there because they don't do anything but be dry.
No, because it's not that wet.
It is not a WAP.
Scientifically impossible. I've done the research on
My wife,
Who's a
my
doctor.
wife, my wife.
You're
My
married?
wife.
Yeah, my Boll and Branch sheets, ladies and gents, have
You're married?
No moisture whatsoever. on the
Nothing.
sheets.
I don't know what this quick wicking thing is.
Dry
But
as the Sahara.
there's no moisture to wick. It is drier than the surface of the sun.
We are
I don't know if it's testament to the sheet.
Justin's gonna come back and it was like, seriously, you guys were talking about pussies for
Yeah, the
15
whole
minutes?
time. The whole time.
Ben
We were
Shapiro's like, you want your pussy to sound like sandpaper.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for in a
that
woman.
whole
You know the
breakdown
meme?
was
You
weird.
know the meme of the mac and cheese,
He's
and the guy's
he's
like,
just
"Is
trying to
what
get that
good pussy
foreskin
sounds
on.
like?"
Like, short
Is that what with Ben Shapiro? Like,
I'm going to whittle this
straight
off one way or
straight
another.
straight.
I tell you what. Oh, Lord.
There's nothing wrong with the short man.
Wrong.
Yeah, wrong. Plenty wrong.
Yeah.
Not
I don't
wrong.
know about that.
Being 6'1" myself, yeah, there's everything wrong with short dudes.
At what point do we consider short? What's the cutoff?
5'8".
5, 6.
Yes!
5'7".
I
I'm
made it.
5'7".
Nice.
Excellent.
I'm 5'11", 6 foot. So I think all
So
men
we are
should be
Wait, no, there's no 5'11", 6
5'8".
foot. There's either 5'11" or
I'm
6 feet.
5'8",
You're
6
eye
foot.
I haven't
So I
measured
feel you
myself
there.
in like a year. When I last measured myself, I was 5'11". So that's what I'm
My
saying.
driver's
So you're
license.
shorter now because you're older.
No, because I'm under 25, so I haven't
Nope,
finished
nope, nope.
developing.
You shrink
Yeah,
every
see?
year. You
See, that's
Oh,
what I'm
height,
saying.
height development
lie.
ends at 24ish, and then you will shrink by the time you're 30. It's weird. It's really
Yeah.
fucking weird. Because it's something to do with like the way we walk.
Do you
I've
have
looked into
back
this because it's
pain?
funny. No, so for me, I work a desk job, so my back
Like
is
your cartilage
probably
and stuff.
So you're
compressed.
probably like really short now.
No, I think it's the opposite. If I
No,
were to
it's
if
not
I were
the
to do
opposite.
like
You're
It's not
22.
the
It doesn't
opposite.
hurt yet.
well,
That's
no,
the
I know
answer.
that.
Yeah.
I know that. But what,
And you live in Alaska.
from what I understand is if you work like
Are you getting like daily exercise?
yeah, I walk and stuff like that.
Oh, you walk like casually. You walk, or you like walk?
Leighton is saying, do
He's
you
genuinely
see what's
concerned
on,
for your
I'm,
health right now.
I'm not working out.
Walk.
I'm not working out.
I
You track a seal across the tundra.
lift when I can, and I don't leave a sedentary life. That's what I tell
You
people.
lift when you can. You lift how much?
Whoa, Jesus Christ! What is
I've
this?
seen Leighton in real life. I can tell you right now, he walks. It ain't fast, but he walks.
If you meet me in real life, I can pick any one of the people on the screen up above my head.
That
Put
is
it that
probably
way.
true.
You're like karate chopping people.
No, I can do jujitsu.
Look, we're all libertarian-ists, so we all have retard strength. It's natural.
Yeah.
That autism
retard
run
strength.
deep, dog.
Yeah,
James
retard strength is
Ginneman,
the thing.
James
So-
Ginneman was on James Jennerman was on Joshua Smith's show like 2 days ago, and he made a perfect reference to it because they were talking about his weight, and James was like, "I'm the type of fat that's fat, but I still do things every day, and I can lift things." And I'm like, yeah, I'm not like complete. I'm not one of these.
I've also met James in real life, and I would say probably don't get in a fight with that guy. He could probably throw hard.
Dude, I've met him too, and he's a wide motherfucker.
He's
Like,
a
that
full
dude will grab you by the
Like,
neck.
he's a good sized dude. Like,
yeah,
he's not one of those that I would consider like fat. Like he's
stocky.
He's a big dude, right?
Yeah,
right,
he's
right.
So who's the
If
angry
you meet
emo
me
kid
in
in the
person,
background?
if you meet me in
Clyde.
person,
Clyde just coming over the top like, who's that? Who's that back there?
If you meet me in person, I have very like wide shoulders.
What's going on? I'm like kind of
That's
scared
one
now.
of our kids.
Did you call him emo kid?
Yeah, I know. And
I
it's not
said
fair
emo
to
kid.
convince the Justin
Emo
emo.
Got the emo hair going on for sure.
You know how we talked about those dumbasses? That's one of them.
Clyde's just coming in from half court, and he's like, "Fuck everything."
Hey man, he gets a word in, man.
He's in the shadows. He figures he can say whatever he wants.
He's a sniper, man. He's sitting there. When he comes in, it's gonna fucking take
I'm
someone down.
concerned
Though.
for all
He's
of
not
us.
that good of a shot.
Justin is the fat, and he puts a kid in the background of this live stream, and we're all screwed. Like, you know?
Yeah. I think this is a felony in some states.
So I got to say, Leighton saying
He's in Kentucky,
5'11",
so
6 really resonates with me because like I say the same thing because like my driver's license says 5'11" because I was 16. I grew
here.
a little bit. I was 6 feet, but now I started saying 5'11" again because by almost 40, I'm probably going back.
That's
down a little,
exactly
so.
what's gonna happen to me. That's my future,
Yeah,
everybody.
I had that same
That's everybody's
background. I started saying
Yeah.
6 foot
That's my
5'11"
story,
for about 3 years.
I think you say
and now I'm
5'11
down
to the cops, right?
Yeah.
5'11 sounds less threatening than 6
No,
foot.
no.
That's like
I
that's like
told him
Kevin
6
Garnett
foot.
when he was in the NBA. Like Kevin Garnett was always listed at 6'11", even though he was actually like 7'1", because he didn't want to be
I
listed
can
at over 7
tell
foot
my
tall.
cop story.
Yeah.
Because this thing's out of court now.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett was like huge, and then he's like, oh, 6'10", 6'11". Like, no way. Like,
He had
no way.
OnlyFans too.
Who doesn't, man?
Steve Nash was like considered a small dude in the NBA. He was 6'3". Like I met him in Memphis. Like, he's damn near my height. Like when my brother and I met him, it was my brother is about 6'7", and I'm like 6'5". And like when we met Steve Nash,
Jesus,
Nathan's
Definitely.
like, dude, he's almost our height. I'm like, he's an NBA player. Like, what did you expect? He's like, well, when you see him on the court with everybody else, he's short. I'm like, yes, like we're short as compared to everybody else in the NBA.
Justin, you found the perfect girl. Because if she's as tall as she is, she's like the only person you can date without making the guy feel like he's got a 2-inch dick. like legit.
In the 90s, I dated a chick that was legitimately 6'6". That
works out
Why would you
perfect.
do that?
Your guys is
Why would you do that?
you two were born to be together, man.
You know what's crazy is
Oh,
he's
fuck.
almost taller than her, and my daughter is.
Stand back to back right now.
Oh shit!
Damn it!
Here we go.
let's get the tape measure.
No, he's like taller.
You can't even. I mean, how big it was.
Oh, we can't see it.
It's
His shoulders
You
are
can't
higher.
see it.
Yeah, his shoulder is a little bit higher.
You gotta raise. Yeah, you can see
Sorry,
the shoulders.
They're too. They're so tall. They're out of frame.
Yes, she is. He
Oh
is
no, my
taller.
first glass is done. How did that happen?
Oopsie.
Finding people in our house.
Yeah, my
Wait,
daughter.
I got you with the shot.
Oh my god.
What was that? Was that smoking? What did
That was
you
wild turkey.
have? Oh,
What his butt in the background?
who's? Oh, her butt.
Do you have turkeys up there, Leighton?
There are
I don't.
turkeys
I
in
wouldn't want to
Alaska.
see him.
There are turkeys
God,
in Alaska.
The Great Alaskan Turkey. That thing's got to be like able to fight you
We
off.
saw turkeys today.
So the Jameson Orange is what got me in trouble at Childeberg on the
Is that
first night.
pumpkin? Is that pumpkin spice Jameson?
No, this is Jameson Orange. I drank an entire bottle of this by myself.
Oh,
Oh, that's the I love you, man. bro.
Yeah.
what do I call you?
There he is.
Oh,
I had to
what a
scroll
lady.
down. Sorry, Carlos. I
Did you
didn't
scroll
realize
down?
you were here.
RWA. RWA.
Don't worry, guys. We're all safe. He's got his
What's
safety
your,
vest on.
What's
He's
your
wearing a high
name?
vis vest.
Why do you have that on?
Oh, hang on.
Oh, you know
In
what?
order
I
to be
forgot to change
consistent
that.
with the show, I have to move him to the middle.
Carlos,
Sorry.
take the vest off.
Oh no! This is our normal gear. This is the way Mexicans dress up on Saturday nights. This is just normal.
Yeah, it's nighttime. Sometimes
It's
they
called the
want
Home Depot.
He's got a
Please,
he's got a
Master,
tin.
take the
He's
vest
got to
off.
he's got to go work on the roof or something, right?
They
I
don't
don't think I've been on with Carlos yet.
Orale.
Orale, what's up, vatos? What are you guys drinking?
Isn't-
Everybody getting
isn't
fucked
this-
up?
Isn't this National Hispanic Appreciation Month?
Yeah, it's Hispanic Heritage Month.
Oh well, in that case, hold on, I'll be right.
Hey, I like what
Hey.
he's drinking too. Oh, this man has good alcohol.
Hey, Carlos. We're coming to
Centenario.
visit you soon.
Yeah.
It's 8:45. You said what time it is?
Not today. Soon, like soon, as in like a
It's
couple
still light
months.
out.
I thought we weren't going.
Yeah, you guys need to come by. We have a room. We have a room for you guys already ready.
Can I cuddle the babies?
Yep.
It's still
Got
sunny
video
out in
cameras and
Alaska.
everything already.
But since
Of
somebody,
course.
I only want to cuddle the babies.
somebody joined the stream, you got to pull a card, dear.
Yeah. You guys are welcome for sure. You guys would have a good time. We'll get all fucked up.
Oh, Carlos, we gotta take care of the babies. We can't get fucked up.
I got some.
Well,
we got family here.
Themselves a little
Not
bit.
unless you're careful.
All right, back to the game.
Yep. Who's most likely to refuse to ask for directions?
Justin Campbell.
That's me.
Justin Campbell. I love how she immediately.
That's
And I will
definitely
literally-
me. I do not ask for directions.
I have literally
that
driven
noise.
around for over an hour. Like, I will figure it out on my own, damn it. It's got to be around here somewhere.
Not on our own. We call for help. We call for help.
Hey, go get my high vis vest out of my backpack.
I'm in
Oh, no, no.
solidarity with my Hispanic brother. Safety vest, unite.
Not the small one on the front, but the middle.
I have no high vis.
Dude, if you ain't got high vis, man, you're slacking.
Even when I rode
Jim.
motorcycles, I didn't put high vis on.
Why would you?
No.
No.
Hey man, my theory, dude, on a bunch of like people that are like undocumented and illegals, man, they got the nicest vest because I think immigration, figures if you have a nice vest, they won't really fuck with you. You must be legal, They really get
Also,
down over here with their vest, man.
Dude, safety vests are
they got the
a
high
key
vis
to the
vests.
city. You can walk wherever the fuck you want if you have a high vis vest.
have you
Does
seen
anyone
the
else in
dudes
the
on
city give them
YouTube?
away to the homeless people? Y'all city give them away to the homeless people? Like Florida does that. We give them to the bums in like Tampa and stuff, the high vis vest. So they
They're like,
can
here, don't get
panhandle
hit by a
for real.
fucking car.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. They're out there handing out
Yeah.
homeless vests.
You can panhandle as
Wave
long
it
as you got
there,
your
wave it
bum vest on, absolutely.
All right, what's the worst motorcycle wreck you've ever seen? Since Eric brought up motorcycles.
I
Oh,
saw one
I've been
happen.
in one. Yeah. I've been in one. I had a Mercedes.
In high
split
school, we had a kid
my
like
front wheel, and I ended up down in a ditch. That was pretty gnarly. She kept driving too. Like she didn't even know she hit me.
Yeah, she was Asian.
You want to watch a video of my dad getting hit by a car?
What?
Not really.
You can look it up on YouTube. It's YouTube friendly too.
You gotta
If
ask
you want
Justin.
to, it's on YouTube. I can send you a link. My dad was hit by a drunk driver at a gas
I was in high
station
school, we had
when
a
he
kid
was
on a
pumping
crotch
gas
rocket, like
in a
running in the back of
73
a
Cadillac.
Jesus.
Mack truck.
I got his kneecaps crushed. I have
was-
the video on YouTube.
Wow.
I uploaded it.
I was in the truck with a buddy of mine, and he pulled out. The guy didn't have his headlights on, or didn't have his headlight on, and apparently he was drunk as shit. And he hit the front end of the truck and went over the hood. And when we went and pulled him out of the ditch, his legs were going in the wrong direction.
I'm gonna send you a link to
that
this
a
video.
Did you leave him there?
Yeah, that's a ferret.
Trust me, guys. You
Well,
will
you know what they
not,
say: ride them and wreck them.
you will not regret watching
The
this.
the gerbil isn't big enough, so Justin has a ferret.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the ferrets are a little bit long and slinky, so they fit up there a little bit easier.
I have two ferrets named Cheech and Chong.
That's not what you name ferrets. Kodo and Podo.
Yeah,
It's the
I
only
have
good proved names.
Pepper.
That's a good name though. That is great.
Slinky died literally the day that I did an episode of Carlos's show. Mark and I recorded with Carlos the day that. Man, you.
How dare you, Carlos?
I miss my ferrets. So
Carlos
much,
is the
you're gonna
Grim
make me
fucking Reaper for
cry,
ferrets.
Justin.
I had spent 6 straight hours crying because my ferret had died, and then I had to go do an episode talking about the Great Replacement with Carlos and Mark.
You know how?
And then you blame the Mexican, right? You're still blaming the Mexican for that?
Totally your fault.
She's like, hey, don't y'all practice Santeria? Can't you bring it back?
No, what do they call that down in Mexico? What do they call the Grim Reaper in Mexico? That's Flaco de Muerte, right?
Shit. Yeah. I know what you're saying, man. Fuck. Yeah, I'll think about it right
Skinny
now.
Death or something like that. Flaco de Muerte or
Some
something like
fucking
that.
Mexican.
So Justin,
He looks like he cried all day.
in the private chat, I just dropped a link to a video.
Well, she
Click
took
on
my
that.
seat, so she's the one.
Turn the sound off and just hit play, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what happened here.
He's going to give us a play-by-play.
Yeah. So my dad was with my mother and 2 of my brothers at Chevron on my little brother's birthday. He was pumping gas in the 1973 Eldorado.
Is he black?
There. No. He's
That
not.
looks like a
He is
black man.
brownish
Yeah.
looking because
Does he identify as black?
Well, he is Jewish.
So that guy in the white shirt, that guy basically saved my dad's life. Because he's the guy who actually came out and pulled the car off. And it's all in slow motion.
He looks pretty black.
We're just going to call that guy 2003 Dane Cook right there.
Yes. Perfect. So 2003 Dane Cook goes in the Chevron. My dad, whose name's Patrick, is at the back of the Eldorado. Now, old Eldorados, they have the gas tanks behind the pedal, behind the license plate. My dad's in the old classics. This was like our thing. This car basically is the only reason he survived this, because it's heavy as shit. This girl slams into the back of him.
What?
Whoa!
No! Boom! Oh!
Oh my god!
No! And she's still going.
Yeah, she continues to go. My mom gave her a good beating.
Let me know when it's over with.
Yeah, fucking ouch.
Leighton, when was this?
You can stop that now. That's pretty much the end of it.
About enough of that.
So, no, it's YouTube friendly.
Fuck me, that's terrible.
It's pixelated.
Leighton,
It's literally on YouTube. I mean,
I'm gonna be having an interview. I'm gonna be
All
doing
of
an
a sudden,
interview with my dad on my channel, so that everybody can be introduced to him.
When was this? Was this like 2 weeks ago, 20 years ago? How long?
This was in 2013 or 12.
Are his legs okay?
So that's the crazy part about the story. So my dad he had both his kneecaps crushed. He was knocked out on impact.
Obviously.
So he was out.
That's actually kind of a
cold.
good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to be fucking conscious for that.
You are more right than you probably know, because one of the reasons why it helped him was because he was out for a while, probably helped his blood flow and things like that, which helps a lot when you have broken bones. A lot of people don't talk about that, but like the circulatory tract gets like irritated if you have broken bones. So if you're open and awake, you try to move around and shit, you can really fuck yourself up.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was out was a big contributor. He has really bad asthma, and so his breathing and stuff was a problem too on top of it. But he got both his knee caps crushed to basically, powder. They were in pieces. But he does not have any implants to this day, and he is walking.
No screws or pins? That's
dolphin
amazing.
So my dad is. I talk about online about how my dad's like the toughest person I know, and everybody says that about their father, and it's like a thing.
Screws or nothing?
No.
That's amazing.
How many screws you got in your?
I got
That's like a
cheated.
miracle.
That is fucking bullshit. I got cheated.
So-
I got fucking cheated.
He was told
Justin, what'd you do?
he would
Did
never
you get hit by a
walk.
car?
Justin, why are you running your wife over?
I jumped over a
Justin hits her every
bumper and
night.
I crushed my foot.
See all that
So
concealment?
I have like 9
Justin's got to keep his woman in line.
screws in my foot. And then on top of that, I have like mesh plates in my back.
She's not denying any of it.
screws in my back.
No, she's rolling with
That's
it.
fucking bullshit. I didn't get hit by a car.
Justin, I think
So
Justin
he
has
was
had too
told-
many drinks.
Fell down a flight of
Wow.
stairs.
He was told he would never walk without either a cane or a limp or a defect or some issue again.
I'm
And
thinking
if I were to tell you you could not tell my dad was hit by a car to this day, most people would not believe me. But if he walked down the street with you and bumped into you, you would not know that he was ever hit by a car.
So was
know.
she drunk or was she texting or what?
No, so that's the funny part, or funny-ish part. This is how we
Somebody
fuck
mute
this chick.
Justin.
He is talking too damn much.
So this
Needs
is
to
the
close that hole under his nose.
Quick, get Jose in here to tell him to control his hole.
So my mom was hit by a drunk, well, not hit by a drunk driver. I was involved in a drunk driving accident when I was in a minivan with my mother at a four-way stop, and a Cadillac Escalade
let's
hit
get
at
back
80
to
miles
the
an
girl
hour.
that hit him. What was
she was drunk. She had a hitchhiker in the passenger seat of her car. She got into she got out of the driver's seat, and she had her vehicle, her Jeep, rigged up in a way that it couldn't really go and park. So when she parked the fucking Jeep, she hit the gas and it went forward. There was nothing stopping it. So it just went from 0 to about 30 before it got into my dad's
So she
legs.
ghost rode her Jeep into your dad's legs with a hitchhiker in the passenger seat.
Right, and then
Okay, I just want
then
to keep
she
up.
fled the scene.
Of
So
course as one does.
she got out of the
Probably the
Jeep.
smart thing to do.
She got out of the Jeep.
Did she have a license plate on her vehicle?
She
Then
got
how
out
did
of
they
the
not know? I mean, like, why would you leave the scene?
So she got out of the Jeep and she checked on the damage of her vehicle before checking on my dad. My mom was getting out of the the Cadillac at this point. And and when she got out of the Cadillac, she immediately ran to the side of the Jeep and pulled that bitch out of there. And got on top of her. But the fucking guy in the blue shirt or the white shirt.
Oh, blue shirts are awful. We don't wear blue shirts around my house.
The guy in the white shirt was the guy who pulled the
Justin, what's the color of that shirt you're wearing? Okay.
Eyeball. It's gray. It's gray. We're gonna go on mute for a minute.
That's not
Okay.
gray, don't lie.
So the guy in the white shirt is the one who pulled the Jeep off of my dad. Which is why he's credited for being the guy that saved him, because the Jeep would have kept going had somebody not. So this is the right.
How
So
do we
she-
know it
she
wasn't the hitchhiker that did this on purpose?
She blamed the hitchhiker, and then she fled the scene in the same Jeep back to her own house, leaving the hitchhiker at the gas station. So the hitchhiker just tells the cops where she lives.
I'm telling you,
Because he knows her.
this is bridging the gap in my theory that there's a Panama City, Florida, and a Panama City, Alaska, because Alaska is just Florida with hills.
Well, yeah, and they're at opposite ends. You know
This
what I mean?
happened in Methville, Big Lake.
Lots
of
guns.
The only thing missing
And
from
that-
this very Alaskan story is just a black bear being on the scene and like just wrecking something, you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, a
think it
fucking
was the
caribou
boots
comes out and drags
probably
his dad
somewhere.
to safety.
So he got medevac.
It wasn't a guy in a
and
white
that's when I
t-shirt. It was a
learned-
black bear.
That's when we all learned that getting medevac 80 miles to the hospital cost $15,000.
Yeah.
And it is
Less than I would have guessed.
Yeah,
I know,
it's-
because just taking an ambulance is fucking $5,000 nowadays.
But
even if you don't want it, if you're passed out and you're like you can't like go, hey, I don't want to like just drive me in a car.
But
nah,
when I tell
$5,000 to
people
you.
that like he's tough and shit
What-
like that, I'm
are
like,
you going to tag up a wall there?
Carlos?
You're like, I got this shit ready, man. Let's go.
he went
When I
from
that's actually very true. When I drove for Uber, there was a guy I picked up in the park. He had got stung by a bee. He was allergic to bee stings. He didn't want to pay the ambulance fee because he knew the Uber driver would get him there very quickly. So the guy's like face was all blowing up and everything from the bee sting. He got to the emergency room, turned around, like threw a $20 bill. He goes, "Thanks, man, you saved my life."
Yeah.
so
Fucking smart.
my dad went to the
shit.
hospital because he got medevac. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What do you got, Justin?
I mean, she's just watching needs to be included in every conversation.
Oh,
Me.
that's Leighton. Yeah,
That's
Leighton.
me.
I already-
and
I already
it's-
totally me.
That's all me.
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
That's the last 30 minutes of the show. It answers itself.
Hey, I feel like I gave some good content.
Sure. But now we're officially a Brady bunch.
We're all
I got-
podcasters. It's every one of us.
I am
Yeah.
not a podcaster.
Oh, you're a
Justin is-
podcast adjacent. You go down
yeah.
with the
We're
rest
on
of
a
us.
podcast right now, Steph.
I'm too pretty for that shit.
Justin,
Well,
Justin,
you're on
Hey.
called me
camera.
out on this today.
Hey.
Ouch.
I take that fucking right in my
Justin,
schnoz.
Justin, you should upload this clip of her to OnlyFans so you can say that she's on OnlyFans just to fuck with her. That would be the that needs to be the result of this.
Hey, if I can get 2 subscribers on OnlyFans for $4.99 a month to see my hairy shoulders, anybody can do it. I mean,
Dude,
literally anybody.
So can I tell you?
Wait, who
I've
are the
been
two?
We
Do you
needed
know?
6
Like,
jugs, right?
do they show you their
Income
names?
wanna
stream,
ask,
baby.
but I'm not.
Are you willing to tell us who the two are? Because there might be a market for the rest of us.
Is
too.
Owen
Like,
Benjamin one of them?
Is Martha Boyle one of them?
No,
First
this was
appointment.
like years ago. I set it up as a joke. I put one picture of my hairy right shoulder and got 2 memberships for $4.99 a month. I
Hey, Eric.
soon after very quickly cut that out. Took
Eric,
the $10 and run.
Is your
Why-
right shoulder
wait,
slightly
why did you
slightly
stop,
bigger
though?
than your left?
Is my right shoulder slightly bigger than my left?
Yeah.
My left shoulder is a little bit small right now, only because I have a shoulder injury. I can't really do
And
anything
see,
with
we
it.
have a working theory on that. The right boob is always a little bit bigger than
Yep.
the left boob, so
Yep.
like that
Makes
makes sense.
sense.
You're not completely
So
symmetrical.
Why did you stop though? Like,
Oh,
were
we
you-
see who wears the vest in the family.
were you concerned? You know, I'm supposed to wear that at work. I absolutely refuse. I hate it. Were you worried
she's
that
turned
you were
on us.
going to get too big and like you were going to have to start doing more than just posting shoulder porn or
I'm
what?
radicalizing.
No,
Steph.
here's the thing. I did it as a
You're-
joke,
we're-
thinking
we're-
nobody would do it, and then I got 2 within like a couple hours of each other. It was
He was
I was
working
like,
at
it's
the
too
elbow.
real.
he
It's
was
too
working
real.
at the
I
elbow
gotta cut it
porn.
off.
And then for $9.99 a month, you got the inside of the elbow.
Get to show my veiny forearms.
It really is the best
5
value.
shots in the
You
last
should have
30
Dustin
minutes.
and Mark and Dot. They should do an OnlyFans morning after.
Oh, yeah.
This is shot 6
You know, I've-
since I've joined the show.
I have been teasing the OnlyFans Patreon for some months, and I haven't actually set it up yet. No, one of these days I'm going to do it.
So can I say I've looked into OnlyFans as a replacement for Patreon for my show, because I'm like, I have a small viewer base, but I'm like, yeah, if I could get 3 or 4 people to give me $5-6 a month, it'd be great, because I could like use that towards buying new camera equipment, shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, what's funny, or Wild Turkey, yeah, that's great. But what I was joking about was OnlyFans is a better fundraising platform than Patreon, I think. Like, I think it.
I would have to agree because
How do you cash out on
Patreon.
locals?
Locals, so I've been working on this. Locals is difficult to get set up on as a creator,
Oh,
but
no,
they've
I'm good with that. Like I'm set up. I've got an
They've
account.
made it-
It's all good.
right.
I
I've
even
got
have a
mine
guy
done,
that
too.
contributes like $30 a month. I've got like $150
So,
sitting in a local, but I don't
locals-
know how to
Yeah.
cash it out. Like how do I actually collect the money?
I'm not
It's supposed to
sure.
connect to a
can't.
Stripe account.
A Stripe,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
that's it.
that.
You're right,
Yeah.
that's it. So Stripe is good.
It is
no.
KYC'd
Stripe
up
is
your
good.
ass.
So Stripe, the only reason Stripe can be useful is you just create the card, and then you just transfer the money to your card. There's wild fees and shit, but at least you can get to the money. And from what I understand, over time, I think locals, because of what it's doing with Rumble and the fact that they're owned by the same people now, it's much
Hey,
smarter
Ruben's
to.
gay ass.
I understand, but it's much
Ugh.
smarter. It's
Jesus
much,
Christ, I got to rumble downstairs.
It's much smarter to build your platform on locals than it is on anything else right now, because I think it's going to be the outlier as the bigger platform moving forward.
Well, like I think
I mean, that's
Rumble,
literally the only place I'm making money right now. So even though I can't figure out how to cash it out.
well,
Keep
I
letting
think
it build
the-
up. It's an excuse.
Why don't you give any of that money to us? Like,
Oh.
That's money for
This
my
is kinda-
show, not for this show.
Yeah,
contribute
I
more
don't.
and
See,
maybe
I don't
you'll
believe
be on.
that. I don't believe that at all. I've heard your show, brother.
Oh shit! See, Clyde could get tooth whitener, and that way we can see him better when he's
Yeah,
on
when
camera.
Clyde's in the shadows, he gets angry.
Yeah, this is hell to dark Clyde.
The shadow knows.
By Clyde a new light.
Yeah. We need to get a bunch of red lights behind Clyde.
Clyde's gone.
Why red lights?
Have Dark Clyde.
Dark
Clyde's
Clyde.
gone.
Dark Clyde.
Hey, we need
Clyde.
we need the birth of Dark Clyde. It needs to happen. It already exists. It just needs to be acknowledged.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, but what is y'all's take on all the barstool guys, the sports guys? You guys watch a lot of that stuff, barstool stuff?
I just
Whenever Dave Portnoy was not in a basement sucking dick,
Yeah.
In
In
Lexington,
Louisville, Kentucky.
I thought it was Lexington.
Barstool Sports.
I thought it was Lexington.
It's all over. It's all over.
Barstool's. I unfollowed Barstool Sports on Twitter after the whole Alex Stein shit.
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that is. I don't know.
Before that, they even they were he was talking about the abortion stuff. Like he was like,
Yeah.
you know, like I'm
All these
pro-
bitches that I'm not pulling out of need to kill
Yeah.
these babies.
That's crazy. Well, because the reason I brought it
And
up,
guys, apparently.
the reason I brought it up because I'm watching the Canelo fight, and the Barstool guys on the. He's like, I guess they're co-sponsoring the event, but I had it on earlier, and they were kind of saying, I could take a joke. They were using vulgar language than like usually I have the fights and we have like family and kids and shit, but they were using language.
Those little motherfuckers.
Like, yeah, shit like, oh, he's a fucking pussy and shit. Like I was like, whoa. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'll know now. But
The motherfucking kids are sitting right here.
I wonder how it's gonna play if people are gonna, because boxing stuff can be family events. So there's like. I mean,
Were they calling Canelo a pinche pendejo?
Yeah.
I know we didn't want to make Carlos the Alice, but he's in the middle, and we got 9 screens right now. And
Carlos is the Martha Bueno of this
Did you
equation.
not watch
it's just happening.
Carlos is absolutely the Alice. In fact, it even says Carlos featuring Carlos as Alice.
Yeah, do we need to replay the
Oh,
intro?
man, I don't even know what you're talking about. That's funny.
Here's a story.
Go back and watch the
That
A
intro.
man named Brady.
Yeah, do the
I can
intro.
roll it.
Can I say, Justin, that intro?
The maid. Yeah.
Yes.
My grandmother was in the room when I played that intro, and
Oh,
she's
shit.
like 77, and we were both laughing at it for a solid 2 minutes. It was hilarious. That intro was perfect.
I need to.
You
meet
should
your
clip.
grandma.
You should clip the intro and just put that as a separate video on the morning after show channel.
Actually, right now I'm feeling like Rich Little on Hollywood Squares.
I
No
told
shit.
all the guys, all the guys. By all
but
the
you're
guys,
not
I
as
mean-
rich as Rich Little.
I mean,
That's very true. I can't do the voices.
by all the guys, I mean,
Is
Dag,
Rich Little 900
and,
pounds? I don't know who that is, but if he's 900 pounds, that's hilarious as a name. Rich Little needs to be a king.
No.
He needs to walk around at 400 pounds, carry a scepter, and command that people do things for him with that
No,
kind of name.
he was big in the '80s, and he was an impression comedian. So he would do impressions of Johnny Carson and everybody else. Yeah, it was.
I'll have to look this up. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love
I
old
told-
comedy clips.
I
So.
told Dag, Clyde, and Mark, like, if I
Didn't
get
he have a
this
good
right,
Reagan impression?
it's gonna be awesome.
He had an excellent Reagan impression.
And I feel like
Yeah.
I really delivered on the intro. Like, I think I got it right.
Dude, it was fucking great.
It's acceptable.
I was the intro was perfect, man. I swear to God, I loved it.
Some of your best work, Justin.
It was great.
Now you're
And
I
gonna
love
I don't
that there's
appreciate
3
being,
people
like,
wearing
pegged as the
fucking
wife,
reflective
but-
vests on the stream. We've got 3 people wearing vests.
hats.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I know.
Does
So I
your-
can get my
does
reflective
your-
vest.
Does your
I wore
kid
my
mind
monkey
sharing
shirt.
his name?
Now you got him in a row.
See?
What's
Monkey.
your
Yeah.
what's your
Tic-tac-toe,
kid,
motherfuckers.
what's your kid's name, Justin?
It says it on my screen. It's Justin and Sean.
Oh, hey.
Is that the one you
Learn
tried hit the
to
other day?
read,
How old
you
Justin?
Alaskan
cool
bumpkin.
hair.
Letters
I've
don't
got-
work in
he's
Alaska.
just-
It's too cold.
I've got 3 younger brothers and 1 older brother, and I'm 22. So I
Are
have
they all
I probably have brothers in his age bracket.
I cannot believe that I'm like double your age, Leighton. That
Mm.
that pains me. And
Dude,
Most
he's
people
43.
think
I'm
I'm like
probably the
30,
oldest dude on this
so
show.
Most people I talk to think I'm already 30, and it makes me depressed as fuck because I'm 22, and I'm like, I think it's a compliment partially because I seem well red when I try to be smart, which I think is a good thing. Like I'm not trying.
You're definitely not doing what I was doing at 22.
Dude,
On a Saturday night. Holy shit. I would be out there fucking dodging cars at gas stations at your
I've
age.
never had a relationship. I think girls are icky. so are guys though. So
At
don't worry
22, I
about
was
that.
I was claiming a chick who was 6'6" and was a bodybuilder. So
That sounds
Again,
awesome.
why would you do that? I just
Yeah,
like, I mean,
lift me
I-
over your head again.
Dude,
look, her
that
name was
sounds like-
Diane. She told me I was her boyfriend. That she didn't even ask. She
Oh,
told me
that's the
I
way
was
to
her
do
boyfriend.
Dude,
I mean, I
Eric
guess.
over here had the dream.
Peace out, homies. Peace out,
No,
homies.
that bitch was also fucking
Bye,
crazy.
Martha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
see,
I met a
he
chick-
didn't measure for the matrix right, the hot crazy matrix. Like he didn't measure it correctly.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing in 2002. That's,
No.
When I was,
I mean, it was, but it didn't really come to be until like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
I would say 2012. Like,
Or whenever that guy like released the video of it. Like the Crazy Hot
Oh,
Matrix has
yeah.
existed since the beginning of time,
yeah.
but it wasn't quantified until the internet.
Yeah, it
Jim
was
knows
some,
what's up.
You know,
some
it's
lawyer
fucked
guy
up-
named Chris
it's
came up
fucked
with it.
That we had to play that on an episode of this show for Clyde, Dag, and Mark to know what that was. Like,
Did none
Play
of y'all
what?
know what it was?
we
Play
literally
what?
dedicated 5 minutes of the end of one episode just so they could understand what the
For the Hot Crazy Matrix.
Like I can imagine. Actually, I don't have to imagine. I know that Clyde wouldn't know what it is. But Dag, did you not know what it was? The Hot Crazy Matrix?
It's
That's
an actual
science.
thing. I mean, like I
What's
get
that?
it, but I didn't know it was an actual like thing. Like,
Yeah, there
like,
was a-
still,
there was a
I
lawyer
think
guy who,
Justin's
like, did a
full of
whole
shit.
You weren't
I
there
don't
for the
actually
chart?
remember this.
Yeah, that chart.
Hold on.
went
Oh,
fucking
never mind. I
super
thought
viral.
Justin's boy was going to grab the chart.
I'm
I figured
grabbing the
Justin
chart.
had a printout. He was like, "Here, this is
Working on
important,
it, working on
son."
it.
Seriously, do you have the chart of the Hot Crazy Matrix?
I could draw it from memory.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
Nerds.
Lassner curvage kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's
Goes up
just
about
a-
a 45-degree angle. You know,
Yeah.
you got your hairdresser in there.
Very
Yeah.
supply and demandy.
Yeah, there it
Why
is.
is
The
this-
Universal
this
Hot
is
Crazy
not
Matrix.
like-
You know,
I like the
yeah.
color coded one because it helps
Yeah,
my
the
autism
infinite
figure
no-go
things out
zone.
better. Yeah.
It soothes.
And then I like the very
soothes
bottom
said
right.
autism.
Let me
The
tell you
bottom
what,
right is
Off
Yeah.
the
zone
chart,
is the
bottom
only
right.
zone.
The bottom right doesn't
That's the
exist.
truth.
So
No,
I have
no,
a
but
game.
below-
I have a game we can play, guys.
Below the unicorns off the chart.
If you were a trans person, where on the Universal Hot Crazy Matrix would you fall?
Oh man, I'm definitely in the danger zone. Like,
I couldn't even
probably-
imagine myself trying to pass myself off as a woman. It
I'd
just
be a
would
hot
not
chick.
work.
I
like
did
you
those.
got big tits.
I do it all
I
the
did,
time.
I did that face swap thing where it's like you can make yourself look old or young or a chick or whatever.
I look
made
like too
myself
many
like-
of my ex-girlfriends, which was disturbing me.
Yeah, we like to fuck ourselves. That's just nature. But like,
That'd
I
be a
looked
real
at the picture.
bitch. Just like goes to fucking buffets and complains about stuff. That'd be me.
Well, here's what
I was
made me
like,
sad. I was hotter than any girlfriend I had. I was like, fuck.
It's like, what is going on?
God damn, I'm.
Goose over here trying to swipe right on Twitter or on Tinder on himself.
I'm swinging below. What
One thing I
could
have
get.
noticed about that face app thing, like for the few female friends that I have that I've done that for, where it gender swapped them, they ended up looking like really handsome dudes.
Yeah.
It was,
Well, of course,
it was pretty
of
bizarre.
course, because like it's easier for that kind of like transition, I guess, like the
They're trying to
because
program
they-
you to be queer.
They're making the fags gay.
Water turned into fucking rocks.
See, y'all are pulling a Tommy Salmons from Childerberg, where he called us queers for 10 solid minutes. I'm sitting there trying to record the.
Childerberg. Everybody has told me that's an event made for
Dude,
me.
you need to go. You need to
I
go.
haven't gone yet.
I'm the official
Oh, I'd love to
spokesweasel
go.
now. So
Are you really? When
Yes.
is it? What time of year?
Oh my god.
you see, Justin looks like Katie Seagal without
okay.
the Peggy Bundy haircut.
Wait,
that's
wait,
what
wait.
I said.
Katie
That's
Seagal's the one from.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I
But
told
here's-
Stephanie when I pulled.
but
I
here's-
showed her that picture, and I
It's
said,
Peggy,
I
right?
look, I
Yeah.
look
Tell you
like
something
Peg
funny?
Bundy.
My
And she goes, "No, you
grandfather
don't." I was like,
my
yes, I absolutely do.
grandfather-
I look like fucking Peg Bundy.
was on
But here's the
Gary
funny
with
thing.
Children.
Female Justin looks like an HR lady.
Yes.
My
And-
grandfather.
and you're-
You know,
you're
you know
married
what
to
female
one.
Justin also looks like? The chick that they were going to get for the misinformation board.
That's HR.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I need to talk to you about your emails.
Possible at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, the Jenkowitz lady. He looks like the Jenkowitz lady.
Dude, you gotta do TikTok.
Not just you gotta sing that song she was doing.
You got to do TikToks
My
as your
grandmother-
female version.
Yeah, you need to join Jim and I over on TikTok because we're old and hip on TikTok.
The only difference is I don't fucking post anything ever, nor will I.
I post a lot of shit, Jim. You need to catch up, buddy.
I like your stuff.
Give it the time, dude.
I know.
My
I don't stay
grandfather-
on there all day like Dave does from the Morning Drive with Dave. That guy is on there all day.
Yeah, my grandfather was on Married with Children for like 3 episodes when they did the Vegas
Because
episodes.
you're a fucking Jew. All the Jews are in Hollywood.
It's literally no, you're accurate.
They literally run the place.
I literally called myself a Reed Coverdale disciple because of this. I am a
Oh
Yes.
my god.
See?
Justin,
See?
how'd you get
Oh, we gotta do a side by side. I want a side by side, Justin.
Side by side on this.
Who's that? Great.
That is the chick that they were going to tap for the misinformation board.
Yeah,
And
it's
it didn't
Justina,
ended up going anywhere.
Jankowitz.
They're still doing the
Justina
misinformation board.
Nikowitz.
Come on.
Yeah.
I thought that
They
was
just didn't announce the person in charge of it.
Yeah.
grandfather was
We
a
just
ball
called her
dude.
Scary Poppins online for like a week straight, and they just said, you know what, we're not going to do this.
So
I think
Truth
they're-
Commission
I think they're
and
still
also
gonna do it.
Thing's weird.
Like,
Truth
they're still
Commission
gonna
and,
do it, right?
and he has a fact check this podcast. Is it a coincidence?
Coincidence? I think
have been
not.
very open about the fact that I am a Fed. Like, y'all aren't surprised about this by now.
I will tell people all day long, everyone has the potential to be a Fed. It just depends on how bad they lean on you.
As I've went through my
Before you
heritage,
start giving up everybody.
like I've been doing a ton of research in like my family and shit, and I found out that like a bunch of my relatives were like not only feds but like really
Again, man,
fucked
the
up
Jewish thing.
individuals who did some really fucked up stuff.
Yeah,
And
now
I'm
all the pieces are coming together.
In my life.
Dude, I've got some.
Do they own a
streams-
pizza shop in DC?
Mine were nice,
I-
innocent smugglers. So
I have some
you know.
streams I'm going to be doing on my channel, Outlawed Thoughts, for a plug, in the future. That is kind of fucked up. That's going over some of my own family members' history, and like I had.
Where's Ryan Dawson and his
Are they
bell?
still alive? Are you talking
no.
about
Shit, my
when they're still
bell's
alive,
next
or you
door.
actually passed?
I had a few family members who were operating with the early forms of the CIA and things like that I've been able to
Oh, no
actually
shit.
prove
Mhm.
with certain documents and things like that. It all happened because of my grandmother. My grandmother joined Ancestry at like 75. And
I got the documents.
no, it's real.
I've got the documents.
She was adopted, so she didn't know anything about her biological family, and she joined Ancestry and found out she had 2 biological fucking sisters that were living in Pennsylvania still,
Hey, there it is.
that had just been sitting there for all this time that she never knew existed, and she got to reconnect with them.
What?
But
you know who's
my
controlling it all?
Oh, pizza rolls.
dude. But my grandmother has a whole story that's insane because she kind of has like 2 names and shit. It's stuff that I'm gonna get to talk about on my channel. I'm excited about.
Is this the
Ryan
lady that's
Dawson couldn't be
knocking it
here, so I have to bring the bell in. So there you go.
The Jew bell?
Yep.
You just ring that every time I talk.
Dang, dang. He's gonna be like fucking Hector Salamanca over there.
That's a great reference, by the way.
That was a pretty good reference, even though I never watched that show. I watched one
Dude,
episode
that
and I couldn't get
eye
into it.
straightening death scene.
I'm not gonna lie. Breaking Bad. I watched the whole first season and I fucking hated it. It was so depressing and just slow that I came back to it when they started the 3rd season after they. Well, I don't want to spoil it. Once it got good, and then I was like, "Holy shit, this is the
It's
best."
been out long enough. You can talk.
The
about
show's
it.
been 10 years. There's
Yeah.
no such thing as a
You
spoiler
can do a
alert
spoiler.
anymore.
You can do a
I've not seen
Sure.
it.
Hey,
yet.
man,
I quit.
I don't want to be that guy, you know. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, fucking watch it. It's fucking awesome.
No, because I have actually pleaded a charity case to a hospital to get my medical bill cleared. So the first time I was like, he was a chemistry teacher at a high school and he had cancer. There's no way this guy would have paid for it. Just none.
Wasn't it the
It's like,
steak
fuck this
that he
whole
didn't
show.
he didn't want anybody to pay for it for him. Wasn't that the deal?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but
kinda,
there's no
would,
way that a hospital wouldn't have charged him for
Well,
it.
Eric,
I think
you haven't
I think
been on
even,
my channel, have you?
Didn't he?
No, I've
even-
not officially.
Like
What you got, Trey?
Like, didn't he have some of the money, but he just like he didn't want to like leave them with nothing.
Yeah, that was
Leave-
the story.
that was
His
pretty much
rich
part of
friends that made gray matter were going to pay all of his cancer bills, but his pride wouldn't let him do it,
Yeah, that's
which
right.
would have
yeah.
thrown up every fucking red
Walter
flag known
White
to man.
is a G. Every libertarian sympathizes with that motherfucker. Walter White is awesome. Okay, like,
I mean,
I'll
except for all
say
the
it.
murder and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
outside of
Yeah,
that.
somebody's
Well,
gonna get murdered. I mean, at least he was making pure shit.
If
you
we
know?
really broke it
So,
down.
Hey,
so
dude,
true
we
story.
already blamed the government for making it illegal. Jeez, if we could just buy it at CVS, we wouldn't have had all that violence.
Right? Clyde's
So
right.
true story. I went on a date today, and my date, like after it was over, she goes, "By the way, I also intake medical marijuana. I hope that's not a problem for you." It's like
Intake?
I'm an anarchist. I don't care.
Yeah, all I
And
asked
she
is
was
you
like,
fucking
What?
handsome. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Justin.
man.
See, it's a dead fucking ringer.
Close enough.
Scary
Now we know the
Poppins.
truth
Look at
about
that
Justin.
shit.
John, that's your father.
Justin is now that chick's dead name. That's all I'm
She
saying.
might actually be my fucking sister. God damn it.
I didn't know that.
Scary.
I didn't know that
Justin
Campbell
over
was such a
everything.
Polak last name.
What is that?
I can still say Polak, right? That's not taboo these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
I mean,
care.
don't ask me because there's
They're
nothing
too
off
dumb to
limits. but it's not my channel.
Something about a submarine with a screen door. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy I joined this stream. This is
I mean, attacking an entire German armored division on horseback with sabers.
That's not necessarily how that happened, but that's not that kind of show. But
Yeah.
Justin, what you got?
Hey, you got Moxie. I'll give you that.
You got Maxi Kid, I'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Most likely
Who's
too.
Likely to own crayons.
I thought it was gonna be eats crayons. Fuck.
I'm not I wasn't a Marine. I was in the Army, so no crayon munching over here.
That's a
My wife
great
probably
reference
owns
as
crayons.
well.
I mean, when you got a 4-year-old and
My 6-year-old's art box is right over there, and there's crayons in there. So
I live
mean,
with a
I got-
77-year-old. I haven't
I got
seen
fucking
a crayon in 30
highlighters
years.
and colored markers. I don't know if that's crayons, but
God, Jim's got them on his fucking desk.
Jim's got him on his desk.
Sean owns some fucking.
like I
crayons.
said, we all have
Okay,
retard strength
let's
on this
back
screen.
This up real quick. Sean
mean-
has some crayons somewhere.
I have an
We're-
art tablet. Does that count?
He only has colored pencils.
I don't even use colored pencils.
I know. I don't know why I bothered wasting money on
I don't know if that's a term you're allowed to use
I didn't
anymore.
tell
Yeah, Justin doesn't allow colored
pencils.
pencils in his house.
Those are Black Lives pencils.
Prismacolors or get the
Talking
fuck
about
out.
there, Justin and Sean.
Ooh, Prismacolors. You spent some
Hey, just-
money at the art store.
just don't.
I was a faggy art major. I know all about that gay shit.
Jim, you
That-
were an art major?
Yeah.
No shit.
nice.
That's why your
Look at
background
his
looks so good.
background.
In high school, I just smoked a J with the art teacher before class every day. So
Dude, 2 people called
that's
out your
cool.
background for
Yeah.
looking good. Jim just got rock hard.
Walker High School,
Dude.
Walker, Louisiana.
I'm surprised I didn't flip the table over without moving my hands.
My high school art teacher had the best set of jugs you've ever seen.
Okay, you gotta show the
but
show.
I mean,
You
that's
gotta,
why I
We-
took
I
art
was
like 2 years.
homeschooled.
you gotta show the shop teacher now, Justin. You gotta show the shop teacher.
Yeah, no one needs
That
to see
Toronto
the
shop teacher is just too much. It's just
Oh
too
my
much.
Yeah.
No thrill like a cheap
It
thrill.
pisses me off. There's no sound. I want to hear him go. All right, this is how you work the skill saw. First, you got to pull
So
it down
this
slow.
is gonna
so I
sound
can
really
push it back.
fucked up. This is
But with the
gonna sound-
Canadian accent.
This
Uh,
is gonna sound fucked up.
Sorry, this is what it's all
Sorry,
about.
sorry, my tits are fucking knocking everything over. Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry.
This is gonna sound really fucked up, but I was homeschooled, but we had these classes.
You were banging the teacher, were you?
That's why I said it was sound fucked up.
You threw that softball up.
That's
Oh, man.
now that's the most Alaskan story ever.
So,
What is this?
I typed in Niles shop teacher, and this is what came up. Like,
That-
this is the Google
Yeah, that's
search
definitely
for
not
Niles
it. The tits are way too small.
That's true.
I don't even think that's Nile in the picture, honestly.
No.
I don't think so.
So I was
Sorry, random lady.
but I would go to this.
Sorry,
I
Lana,
was in-
random lady with a battle of epic proportions in her mouth.
So let's go ahead and
Did you
rate
see
this
those
lady
fucking
and
teeth?
break her
Wow.
down, top to bottom.
I,
All right, I have an announcement to make. My glass is empty.
I'm comfortable saying it on
Yes.
this
Empty.
particular
What is
Dude,
that?
I've done
platform,
6 shots since the stream.
and I mean, this was
shot started.
20-something years ago. I'm sure those have
Descended.
significantly. Yes.
They
Yeah,
Pelosi
they're
all
hanging
over the
down
place.
Is
now.
that a little bit closer?
No.
Oh,
Hey there.
Who's that?
Hey there.
I mean,
you can
Hey.
get it.
Look
You
over
can get it.
the fridge.
I don't know what we're trying to get closer to, but what I'm thinking of
That-
is the
that
tranny
That kind of
with
looks like
tits
my
out
high
here.
school typing teacher, which actually did try to have sex with me. So
Sean
Oh,
wishes that was all of his
Dude,
teachers.
shout out Miss
But
Kennedy.
didn't do it.
No, because I was too
Yeah, those
afraid.
Those are
No.
butterfaces.
Damn you for having sensible feelings at that age.
Yeah, if you guys watch the movie Biloxi Blues, the whore in that movie with the really, really southern accent, that was Miss Kennedy.
That's great.
Come over here, baby. No.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, buddy.
That's so fucking amazing as a reference. That's perfect. I can envision that in my head.
Dude, when that movie came out, my friends gave me nothing but shit. It was like, that's Miss Kennedy, isn't it? I was like, yeah, shut up. Shut up now.
So I
That's
grew up
crazy.
in Orlando, and one of the teachers was like a princess at Disney, and there was like never any like real evidence, but everyone was always like pretty sure. You
It's
know, that
Abby
she was,
Shapiro
like,
sans
moving
boobs
stuff
right there.
around, but- yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
It was
Dude,
Deborah
can you
LaFave
bring
was
up
on
a photo of
Middle
Abby
Yeah.
Shapiro?
We got a
Bring
lot
up
of
a
those.
picture of
Which
Abby
one?
Shapiro.
Pre-birth or
Before
post-birth?
the bullshit.
Pre-birth
Post-birth.
or
Come
Doesn't
on.
matter.
The post-birth Photoshop. That's all. That's what we're here for.
You know what's funny? Nobody has acknowledged that Clyde has left.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Clyde just did an Irish goodbye.
I'm so wasted. You have no idea. I've got work at 11. Like, I've got to go to
So-
work at 11 p.m.
I have, if
Yeah, I
my
don't
green
either.
screen will allow, I have like very little Jameson orange left.
I can
You see, it's like at the bottom of the label.
Adios, Steven.
Hey, Steven.
I had
Take it
to
easy,
toss
guys.
my wild turkey. Oh, bye, Steven. I had to toss my wild turkey on my bed so I wouldn't.
Get fucking Charlie Kirk out of there. Jesus fucking Christ. That is a Jewess right there.
There's some Jew boobs right there.
Yeah, they are.
I have a heart attack. That was
Fucking-
so fucking perfect.
Those are some unsatisfied
Hey,
with the lunch meat
somebody
Jewish boobs
needs
right
to
there.
replace. Somebody needs to replace the AOC meme with her.
With Abby
like,
Shapiro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, like
I,
you know which one I'm talking about, like the one
Yes.
that's talking about like the
I know
socialist
exactly.
cities. Yeah.
Dude, that bitch has carrying around 2 water jugs on the front of her fucking body.
Yeah,
No, the
because they're-
funniest thing was whenever AOC wore that shirt that like literally was see through. Yeah, I was like,
He doesn't have anything on Abby Shapiro. Abby Shapiro slapped that bitch with a single tit.
Yeah, the thing with AOC is like she is a good 7 out of 10 like definition of girl next door. But God, wouldn't it be fucking annoying living with that all day long?
I am not a Zionist, but if Abby Shapiro told me we gotta bomb some Palestinians to get at those tits, I'd bomb those Palestinians in a second.
Yeah, that is a total Photoshop, but I'm here for it.
We are
You gotta
dropping
understand
the
that, like-
fucking IBMs.
Look,
That's a
you're
total
22,
Photoshop,
you
but I'm
don't-
here
you
for
don't
it.
know that big tits like that have a shelf life, and it is short, my friend.
Dude, I'm
Very
not.
short.
Fuck the shelf
Dude.
life. We're only
no.
He's
bombing
been
the
playing soccer
Palestinians.
with those in 6 years.
We're gonna bomb the Palestinians for 6 months and then leave her and go back to killing some Jews.
New Orleans is
Oh my
45
God.
minutes that way.
You just described foreign policy for the last 60 years. I mean, there you
Holy
go.
shit. all it takes is a pair of tits to welcome neocon Leighton to the fucking program.
I am anti-Israel to the fucking core. I am a Jew that is pissed
Let's
off
talk
about
about them
Pop-
titties.
Pop a couple of pepperoni fucking nipples in front of him, and the boy's ready to start
The
nuking Iran.
Jews running the Israeli state have stolen my fucking religion from everybody who supported it from my fucking family. They are.
He's going to be
evil.
one of those Angelina Belcampo simps that she's got like huge areolas. Did you see those? Did you see that picture? It was terrible.
Dude,
I was like,
Pepperoni.
The Israeli state ruined the Jewish religion.
Holy shit. All right, so Leighton, when you come down to the Southeast, kick your ass up to Atlanta. I'll take you out. It is the strip club.
I saw him at the Tom Woods 2000. He was there.
I saw you. I met you.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there, dude? I was there.
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this.
Dude,
boy in
the
a
party
strip
was
club.
happening out in the hallway. You had to
And
be
he's
out in the
gonna come
hallway.
out full blown.
I saved Dickie Walnuts' life.
Well, sometimes
That's
that is.
That's the
sometimes
most
needed.
told story from that night because I emerged from the shadows with a dab pin, just like this one, and
Here.
saved Dickie from sheer
Well,
wastedness.
The other most told story was how that stupid bitch Sarah like knocked my drink out of my hand and like spilled scotch all over me.
I
was so
heard
pissed.
about that.
Horse face.
Yes,
Horse-face
that's her.
Dickie.
She's also tall. She's 6 feet.
Yeah. Is she legit married, or is that like a Twitter?
No, she is legitimately married to that guy. She loves him. Wow. And they are just
great.
living their best life right now. So I wish
That's
them the best.
amazing.
Congrats,
Yeah.
Senor
Great.
Bandana. That's
I'm all for that.
all right.
More
well.
fucking trad wives.
Yep.
That way,
I
Sean,
will say,
when he gets
like,
older,
all of the
fuck.
debauchery was happening out in that hallway. We were not watching the Tom Woods 2000, like, at all.
No, at all. It was great. It was amazing, dude.
I
was
wasn't there,
fucking
but I
so
I
fucked.
feel like I was from all the stories and videos and pictures I've seen. I'm like I saved a lot of money.
Yeah,
Thank
once once Unicorn Daddy showed up with his George Washington costume.
Me and him hang
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Me and him hung out for like an hour. Just
Where the fuck is Unicorn Daddy? Is he still like?
He's
still around?
he's on the Forest Mommy Discord right now.
yeah,
Send me the link.
He's on
I'll have to send the link.
dude. That's a great Discord, by the way.
There's a
So-
Forest Mommy Discord.
Yeah.
Except for Libertitties. If you go into Libertitties and
Everybody.
Forest Mommy's Discord, there are no titties. Like, none.
It's really sad, and I was really depressed.
It's a barren
as fat
wasteland
man-
of titties.
As a
Well, that's-
fat man who had his
Is it
dick in his
basically-
hand and was actually trying to look for some Libertitties, I was really disappointed at like 3 in the
Libertitties
morning.
are
If
on the
only there
right
was some
right
place
now.
online.
There-
where you
there
could
are more
find
pictures.
By the way,
There are more pictures of Unicorn Daddy's
Daily
ass in
boobs.
Libertitties than anything else. So
If only
He's
there
not
were
wrong.
free boobs online.
and inadvertently, if you're trying to jack off and you see something that says Libertitties and you click on it and then all you see is his ass, that's a disappointment. Like,
this is what you find when you go into the Libertitties section of the Forest Mommy Discord. There are pictures
By
of
the way-
Unicorn Daddy's ass and then a whole
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
send her
dudes
this clip.
complaining that there's no Libertitties. Like, at
Yeah,
all.
it's great. It's fucking amazing. It's my favorite thing on Discord.
All right, well, yeah, let me in, and I'll just grab everything that's in Ricada's not safe for work section. And I'll just dump it over.
Dude, did you see the dirty pussy post somebody made on his Discord? It was my favorite thing. To
I
go
only
through.
click into
There
Ricada's
is a
Discord
Twitter
once a month.
profile.
It's
There
too
is
much.
a Twitter profile that only posts chicks post workout that have gotten on OnlyFans and stripped post workout. It might be the best fucking Twitter account
Or the
I've
worst.
ever discovered.
Or the
We're
worst.
gonna dip, guys.
Dag! See ya.
Later, y'all.
Thanks for coming on, man. It was
I
an
don't know your
absolute
name
blast.
even. I didn't know
See
the
ya.
other guy's name.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, this is Niall.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you
He
have a good
comments
name.
a lot of times.
Sometimes,
Yeah, he watches and
plans.
when I'm
comments.
fucking off at
When I-
work, I do, but sometimes the boss man's watching. So
I'm
you know
not
how
gonna
that
lie.
Nice to-
I expected Niall to be a lot skinnier. Just
Oh,
like,
shit.
not,
Big
like,
fat
not a
guy.
judgment or
So-
anything. I just like
He knows I don't hang out with fat.
I'm the type of fat guy that we were talking about. Like, I'm the type of fat guy that like goes out and does shit.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not like jiggly fat. I'm just like kind of big, broad fat.
You need a washing machine lifted.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you what.
solid.
Exactly. That's exactly the way to explain
That's how I
it.
describe myself. I'm like 275 pounds, but I just describe myself as solid.
I'm 3'10".
I'm like 5'8", 247.
Yeah,
And
gay
I played
guys.
ball for like
Last
football
one
for a
before
lot.
y'all go.
So,
Most
Yeah,
I
likely
do
gay-
progress and shit.
to
Gay
Most
guys-
likely
One more
to.
card.
Quick on his feet.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
something like that.
needs to tell you how drunk they are.
Hey man, I'm not drunk, but I'm a little drunk. But not that drunk, not too drunk not
Dude.
to tell you that I'm drunk.
I talk about how many shots I've taken, but that's a reflex from doing streams where I get paid to take shots.
The first night at Childerberg, and even tonight, like I've almost polished off this entire bottle if the thing will
And-
correct. It's like down at the bottom of the label.
Not with that background, you're not doing
And he hasn't said he loves us once. I don't think he's drunk.
Jim,
Yes,
I love you, man.
I love you.
You're
Man.
you're the greatest. Ignore the Rant is the best show ever.
We say fuck a lot. That's quote.
You
that's
do.
A quote
You
from
do.
you. That's a quote from you.
Ignore
Yeah.
the Rant is really one of the best shows.
It
ever,
is.
and it's like
It is
underrated.
It- Look, it is the morning radio show that I wish was on in my area.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
It's a shit show from start to finish. It's never planned, and
You know
I don't know
why?
what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. I have no fucking idea.
The bottom
We just
line
get in
is
there and fucking go.
Yeah.
All right, hit record.
Jim's show sounds professional as shit, and he doesn't want to say it, but just listen to the crisp audio that Jim has on every show he's ever joined ever, basically, and you'll understand, like, yeah, exactly. That is 100% part of why your show is so great. It's like you guys have great personalities. It works.
Like I listen to the intro, like everybody else's intro. I like skip the 30 seconds, but his intro, it's like, warning, we say the F word way too much. Fuck it, let's do it this, Doug. And then it's like, oh yes, I know what I'm getting into.
Justin's the same way because he's had some really good intros over the year, over the time I've been watching the show now, and I've been watching the morning show for. I know Justin remembers the monkey episode, which was really when I made my voice heard.
I gotta confess right now. Justin is responsible for why we've been doing cold opens on Ignore the Rant over the last few months.
The cold opens are great, by the way. That's like
because
editorially, that's perfect.
Because a couple of things that I've sent you, Justin, like the Zelensky dancing and fucking high heels, and you use that for a cold open. I'm like, wait a fucking minute. I can find these. If I'm sending Justin, I can do this too. And so I found the fucking mashup of Trump singing break stuff. And I was like, fucking throw it on.
I edit all the time, and I'm randomly looking through random social media posts. I have clips from Russian bots, like who were posting on Facebook and Twitter and shit, random videos that I find hilarious. So I have a ton of shit. Like I've got a folder that's got like probably 200 videos in it that I've just screen capped, stuck in a folder later to use for something. And
Okay.
every once in a while, you'll just open that folder and pull something for an intro, and it's perfect.
I have an announcement to make. I am drunk, officially.
I am too.
I'm up to 44 different intros that we've used for this show at some point.
My original intro was Berserker from Black Label Society, and then I switched to like a DRM free like rock music opener.
Like for my personal show, I have two consistent intros. Like it's the live stream intro or it's the recorded intro. But for this one, like if I see a video or a clip or just something dumb, then I turn that into an intro clip and we use that for the show. And like my goal is to have it be something unique or silly or something we can lead into the show with every time. And sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. But it's
See, I'm spoiled because like this is what anybody on the internet that between you guys and anybody that might be watching, if you ever seen me on any YouTube shit, it looks like this. But I don't record my podcast here at all. Like that's next door at my buddy Doug's studio. And so
You
we're
recorded
spoiled.
my podcast in that very studio, sir.
Right here.
Just
I
gonna
say
let you
the
know.
first time that I had you on, you were in that studio because it kept trying to connect to your Wi-Fi instead of his Wi-Fi. And
No, I was in my
a whole
living
bunch of
room.
glitchy
I was in
issues.
my living room right over there, and it
Oh,
kept
was
trying
that
to
what it
connect to
was?
his. Yeah, no one's seen his studio unless you're on the Ignore the Rant Instagram. Then there's like one picture that has me in there, but because it's he's a musician, and every fucking project he's ever recorded is in his computer hard drive. He's got albums of music that he's made. So we're able to pull from like we last episode we closed out our we swapped out our normal outro music and we put in a punk project that he and I worked on in 2008 and 9 that's just fucking parody, and it's a song called Crackhead where he walks you through a story of how somebody becomes a crackhead.
That's a punk title though for a song. And I play guitar and bass, and it just amazes me that people don't ask me to be on their tracks.
Well, we need to get you in the studio.
Yes, exactly. You do.
Who was it that tagged us in the tweets? Was that Quest Fanning that was saying?
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm gonna be in
Quest.
Georgia."
Quest is a top-notch dude out there.
He's great.
I'm familiar with him. I couldn't remember if you were coming to Atlanta or if he was coming to Atlanta.
I think Quest is coming to Atlanta. I'm not coming to Atlanta for a while.
Well, next time you do, hit me the fuck up. Come in the studio, record a podcast with us, jam with Doug and the boys, and
Exactly.
we'll do some fucking punk or metal.
Oh, you see,
Or
Justin's over there with the. Is that a Fender or a Squire?
Slap at a bass.
Fender.
It's a Fender. Okay, so he's got a jazz bass over there.
Mm-hmm.
My Mitchell bass is in the closet back here.
The closet sits on fire.
Yeah, but yeah, my Jackson guitar is right over here. So
Metal. That's fucking metal. So Dougie actually released a new music video for his latest song on
dude,
the
and
YouTube
it's fucking awesome.
called The Herd.
Yeah, I watch everything. So
Really? No shit.
yes.
Justin.
So I have a very
Yeah,
good
man.
friend that we used to go to church with. That he had a stroke.
You see, there's another Jackson in the back. Oh, what do you got? Is that a V?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh,
Yeah, so
fucking
a very
beautiful.
good friend that we used to go to church with had a stroke and his entire right side doesn't work anymore. And he used to play bass. And after his stroke, when he kind of hit the point that he realized like he wasn't going to be able to play anymore, and I was more or less, I took his spot playing in different bands at the church for a while. After he had his stroke, he gave me his bass. He was like, "Here, like, take it. You're gonna use it more than I am." So,
Dude, you got a Fender jazz bass out of that?
yeah. So that's
awesome. That's
Jealous.
and then
amazing.
my backup is a Fender.
Wait, you got a telly back there. I see a telly.
Oh yeah, show him the. No, that's the Squire.
No.
Get the Gibson out. Don't you have?
Hey, and the answer to does a telly gent? Yes, it does.
It does. It very
Yes,
much does.
So I know nothing about guitars, but my brother plays, and then I did choir for like 4 or 5 years, and I do a lot of like vocal stuff. So the guitar stuff interests me as a collector of random shit.
Hey,
And
Leighton,
guitars
you
are
just have a
cool.
different instrument. You're installing your vocal cords.
Yeah.
La, la. Me. So Gojira, the lead singer, uses a Telecaster. It's a
Yes.
Telecaster variant. It's a Charvel, but they gent just as hard as fucking anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can you do a C sharp major in a Telecaster? Yes, you can. And it sounds fucking awesome.
They're not just for fucking
Twangy honky conk bullshit.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
I
not,
like the twangy honky tonk.
they're not just for Garth Brooks and or Chris Gaines.
Garth Brooks.
When the thunder rolls and the
Man, I
lightning
love you for that.
strikes.
I love you for that reference.
Fucking salute, brother.
So, little YMH drop here. Where are the bodies, Garth? Where are they?
Why are you hiding them?
Where did you put
So my stepson plays for a relatively small band that's been opening for some bigger bands here in the Indiana, Illinois area, and he's got my Fender P bass. It's one of the 1984 Japanese models.
Am I going to get the acoustic guitar right now? Is that what you're telling me, Justin?
I've got a Dean.
The acoustic bass. I see that.
Yeah.
Because we're
Dude, you
about
gotta
ready
start
to
playing-
recreate the
gotta start
1994 Unplugged in New York from Nirvana.
I was about to say, or Jar of Flies.
Yes.
My stepson has my P bass.
Nirvana Unplugged is great.
It's
I
the
know that.
84 Japanese model that they only made like 220 total of, and it's a really nice one. I let him use that since they're opening for some bigger bands here in the area. It's like take a good bass and like be up on stage and like look nice. So he's been using that. I should have that back in a month or so. Whenever they get done, like with all their opening sets and stuff. So
see, that looks like the
Got a
guitar
nice little Strat.
I used to have. Yeah. I had a black Strat with a walnut neck. Love that fucking guitar. Had to sell it for rent when I was poor 12 years ago.
Here's my theory about Stratocasters. They are the 1990s Corvette of guitars. Every single boomer has one.
The funny thing about guitar collecting is that and like people who play them is that I've known a ton of people who have like collections that are pretty big. I have a buddy who lives down here in Seward with me who has like 20 plus electric guitars that are all like insanely expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I learn about it, the more I've learned that as I'm traveling and popping up in random states, as far as playing guitar, some of the best guitar I've heard has been from $200 pawn shop electric guitars that some guys just fucking shredding outside of a Walmart.
Oh man, I got
fucking Tennessee or some shit. You know?
I got my stepson an Ibanez with a whammy bar because that's what he likes, and he could play that better than most of the like the people who are actually releasing tracks and stuff. Like he can play that Ibanez with a whammy bar better than they're playing like the $1,200 or $1,500 like nice.
Yeah, I can play piano and read the music and stuff well enough that I can sit down and like jam out. The problem is I find that even when I learned from a classic piano, if you put a keyboard in front of me, it's way more fun.
You know somebody I got to give credit to is for guitar playing is Nick Ashley. You know, for forever when he was on Tower Power Hour and the guitars were hanging on the wall behind him, I was always curious. Like, I was like, fucking, I would love to see that guy. Looks like he can play fucking rip it. And when he was doing fundraisers on either Twitter or YouTube or both, whatever, I remember I tuned in at one of them, and I was like, holy fucking shit, this guy can fucking play. Like, I don't know if he's in a band or anything. I think he just plays for fun. But whenever the fuck he was doing that, I don't know. Kuda. I don't know if Nick Ashley follows any of your shows, Justin, but
he follows me on Twitter, and I've commented on his.
Nick Ashley is a solid dude.
Every time he's great. His guitar stuff he's posted on Twitter.
Woo, that's a little. Throw him a link, Justin.
All right, here we go.
Hello, I've waited here for you ever long. Tonight, I walked in it too deep. All right, I'm drunk.
That's what I was just telling him. I said, I've actually played bass for this, and if I was a little bit less drunk, I could probably do it again, but as of right this second, not gonna happen.
Oh yeah, all I would be able to do on bass is a very bastardized Les Claypool. I'd just be beating the fuck out of it.
All right, so if anybody wants to do Les Claypool, you just tune the bass to BEAD, and you just do 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 do, and that's it. Everybody knows what that song is. My name is Mud. Don't be confusing me with Jack Benny Davis. My name is Mud. It's always been.
Eric, after hearing that guitar, I'm gonna abuse the fuck out of you and force you to do editing
Who's
stuff.
the
for me.
equi?
That's perfect.
Who's the equi
Because
bitch?
I need like intro.
I think it might be Eric because he took his headphones out.
Yeah, who's got the echo?
It might be Eric because of the guitar.
It's totally Eric.
Jason, what's
background,
happening,
Eric.
brother?
Hey, brother.
That was
What's going on?
fucking awesome.
This is my first podcast ever on with Jason.
Oh,
Well,
I
congratulations.
think
sir.
I haven't been on anything with Jason either.
Well, I
Congratulations, both of you.
enjoyed. Let me take this second to suck your dick. I enjoyed
Oh.
the friend or fed about Dave
one?
Smith and the fallout therein, where Clint Russell couldn't fucking understand the concepts surrounding what constitutes a joke. And I thoroughly
It
was
wasn't a
typing.
joke though.
And,
It was,
but-
well, which one? Okay. Which Clint thing did you follow? Because the Clint thing got so weird for me because he blocked me. So a lot of the stuff that I like, there was this whole like, there was the Clint going on in my YouTube feed, comments, whatever that, and then I was dealing with that, and then apparently there was a whole Twitter thing that was happening that I was totally oblivious to until people were like showing me clips because I couldn't see it. So I was like, oh, I guess this is happening too now. I don't know.
well,
I
it was
think I
when they got
must
on
have missed
Tower.
this.
It was the next episode of Tower Power Hour. Top Lobster was on. Clint was bitching about it,
saw
and I'm
that.
commenting in the fucking section saying, Clint, the fact that you don't understand that the joke, this right here, your response is the joke. Like you taking this seriously while also thinking your rap is good, that is the punchline for the rest of all of us. And even your best friends won't tell you because you have Judge Knapp on, but this shit's hilarious to the rest of us. They just don't have the balls to tell you that this is some silly shit. Like I love his podcasts where he's breaking down the terrorist list from the National Secretary of Defense, whatever. Like that's all great.
But hang on, he steals all that from Tommy Savage. You know that, right?
I did not.
Yeah, he stole all the ESG stuff from Tommy. He goes around and steals stuff from other people, from other YouTubers. And
Well,
then
Tommy is the ESG expert. Like Tommy is the dude, but Clint gets the Dave bump.
Well, no,
that Tommy doesn't get.
Clint's
So
tried
Clint
to
And
do
this,
it all.
and by the way,
I'm gonna be devil's advocate.
no, hang on. And by the way, I'm not saying how I got that confirmed, but I have had that confirmed. Like that's not just me being a little like he's copy pasting. Like I don't give a shit what Clint does. I honestly don't care.
No,
I wish him all the best of luck. He got Alex Jones on. Good for him.
Allegedly,
I don't
it
care.
hasn't happened yet.
Supposedly.
Here's the thing. I don't give a shit. I really couldn't care what Clint does.
I'll
pit my hundreds of tens against his thousands of ones any day of the week. Like
I think Jason
my
has
audience,
the right outlook on it.
Yeah, my audience.
I totally
my audience
agree.
might be small, but it's powerful and like and it's growing, and it doesn't matter. Like it's I don't give a shit. But sorry, let me just finish this and toss it back to the Hogman. It's that he gets so worked up about this shit. It's like the idea that Dave Smith friend or fed is like if you didn't even watch the episode and you're telling me how shit it is. It's like, okay, man. Well, you know.
And all they did was they bitched about how long it was. It was like, you do understand that was only the first hour. The rest was just like normal hang, like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And so I just had to comment a little bit in the Tower Power Hour when he was bitching about it. Top saw it, read it, because Top isn't like fully, fagged out like.
Well,
that
was you who made that comment. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And you even reached out to me, like I think in the Good Morning or Morning After, and was like, "Hey, dude, thanks for the fucking backup." And I was like, "Fucking
yes,
right on, gotcha."
Well, and then we did the follow up where it's like, because I made the comment that some of us don't do this for numbers. Like we're just doing it because we enjoy having conversations with our friends and like talking about shit that we like talking about. And he was like, "Yeah, that's why you put your stuff on YouTube." It's like, I could not tell you.
Yeah, but you're not optimizing it. Like you're not playing the YouTube algorithm like Clint is. Clint's doing the whole. He's doing the whole.
I could not tell you at any given moment how many subscribers I have on YouTube, how many followers I have on on Twitter. Like I see people post this shit all the time. Like, I'm this close to getting 1,200 followers or blah 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 blah. On
Because in the new paradigm too, it doesn't matter unless you have 1 million subscribers. Like unless you're getting 1 million views on a video, you're not getting paid dick.
Well, like Kyle Dunnigan.
I want to give a I want to give a
actually, I'll be right back. I
advocate
gotta piss.
position to kind of because I do think I have a different position than some people on some of it, but I don't think it's necessarily true that you can't make money without millions of followers. There's people who have thousands of followers who have great monthly incomes who don't even work full-time jobs. I think the problem is
the thousand true fans.
I think there's a separation between what a healthy audience is and what a mass audience is, and those are two different things that are very measurable. Because you can go into somebody's Patreon that has 100,000 subs on YouTube, and they have less
15
than
patrons.
Like 25, 30 people in their Patreon, versus a guy who has 4,000 subs on YouTube who's pulling in $2,000 a month because people want to see his fucking content.
Well, I was talking about it earlier. Like I said, I had a guy that sent me a DM on Facebook that said he watched my episode about quiet quitting and then watched mine and Steven's episode following that up, where we talked about like young people in the workplace and stuff like that.
Which is great, by the way.
And after he watched that stuff, he went and applied for a job and got a job. Like, he saw that stuff and realized like the workplace is starved for people who just want to put forth a minimum amount of effort to get a fucking job and to be successful. And he was like, I can do that. Like I can go do that minimum amount of effort to be better than the ones who are fucking it up and quiet quitting and doing all this bullshit. And he went and capitalized on that and did it. Like, whether I reach a single other person for the rest of the time that I podcast or not, like that one dude went and did something positive with his life just because he listened to a couple episodes of my show. Like that, I don't give a shit.
That makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think I the one thing I would say about Clint is that I think a lot of people reference taking ideas from people a lot in the Liberty space that I've seen over the past few years that I've been involved, that I think are a lot closer to just, if everybody is in the Liberty movement, you have a tendency to run into the same ideas constantly. It's just, I think, an issue most people see as
like I said, on the Clint issue specifically, on the ESG stuff with Clint specifically, just that.
If it's direct plagiarism, I think
it's direct plagiarism.
Yeah.
And I have that confirmed. I had that confirmed by other people. So.
I would want to see a breakdown of everything and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, I'm coming from it from just hearing about this now.
No, hey man, no, and who the fuck am I, right? But I mean,
well, I listen to your stuff too. You're good.
But like Clint. So the whole point of Clint's show is he's dick riding and he's trying to clout chase. Like that's it's dick riding.
Yeah, but can I say that's the thing I don't like people attacking, because everybody's trying to do that, even if you don't want your show to be popular to a degree.
Not everybody's doing it. No.
Like
but again,
I'm reference to that. Like, if you want a good interview, you're going to have to communicate with people that can give a good interview, and sometimes that's going to involve having conversations and being involved with people you don't like. Like, that's the way I see that. Like, I mean, I might be different, but that's like, sometimes you have to have relationships and conversations with people that you might not like to get to people that you do. And in the Liberty space, that seems to be kind of how the podcasting world works. I don't like that.
I can't comment on that because I'm not part of the Liberty thing at all. So never was a libertarian. Never interested in that. I always thought it was communism with extra steps. But in terms of dissident right thing, that seems to be, for lack of a better term, is kind of what my group or crew or whatever is sort of that's what seems to be evolving.
Shit.
Most likely too.
Oh, I don't know what this is.
So I'm boys with Clint.
I am too. I would consider myself.
And I love the
Convince
guy.
him to unblock me and come on my show, and we'll hash it out.
I
But
could
yeah, he
talk to him
does-
about that. I would.
Yeah, he does get a little heavy on the block button.
Yeah.
And I kind of understand it. If you're going to come after him all day long, yeah, he's not going to play.
I came after
around
him one
with it too
time,
much
literally one time.
Yeah.
He didn't even come after him. Like, just all you did was like point out, like, hey, you're saying you're spouting BS, and that's all you said.
Yeah,
I've
I would
never-
say
I never.
One
I would
never
say
even
hang
talked
out with him in person, and he's probably a lot less likely to block you.
I have met
I
him
said
in person and had
I had
conversations.
one post, and I said, "How to be a bitch 101," and it was just a screenshot of him talking shit on Jason's Friend or Fed Dave Smith episode.
Can I be honest though? If I have a larger account and I see a smaller show or a smaller account who's posting things like that, I might have a tendency to block you too and just move on. And
But
not
at the
think
same
about-
time,
so
why do you
I
care?
don't disagree.
Yeah.
Like I agree that you should be angry about it. Like there should be some irritation.
Well, because here's the
But-
thing about it. Dave came out as friend by everyone.
Right.
It was a net positive for Dave, but it was because they saw the title and they acted like leftists and immediately negatively reacted and then started going on
I
blast
agree with that.
campaigns.
Which
It
is
was like,
hang on.
all
This
right,
is
this is kind of
the
gay.
level of the title. Okay, so the whole thing about Friend or Fed, it literally came about so like weirdly organically. It came out. The idea came out of being part of Matt Erickson's King Pill Discord, and there was a
Who has
conversation
blocked?
there.
Who has blocked me on Twitter? I've met the guy in real life, and he still got me blocked.
I don't know, man.
I'm
But-
See, and I like all of y'all. I don't hate Clint.
that shit, man.
I just think that
Anyways,
Anyway,
let's
sorry.
just stop talking Clint because I honestly
Yeah.
could not care. Clint, if you're watching, man, whatever, man. Like I don't understand the beef. I really don't. But I guess this is a guy who told me I should be doing anything else with my life, so it's fine. I don't care.
oh, damn it.
I really don't care. I'm 45 with a 2-year-old, and I got other shit going on in my life. The thing with Friend or Fed is that it came out of the Discord thing where there was a conversation where someone's name, Jay Dyer, got brought up, and I won't say who was railing on him, but he was basically saying that Jay Dyer's a Fed, and I was like, well, hang on a second. If Jay Dyer can be a Fed, then who can't be a Fed? And that's where the idea came from. So the first episode.
That's my whole thing. Everybody is a Fed. You
Well,
just have to
yeah,
get
well,
around it. It just depends on who is going to lean on you
Which
in
is
such a
what the
way
whole
that you're going to start giving up people.
So the show,
Yeah.
the show, the first episode,
Or
was
who gives
Curtis
you enough
Yarvin.
money.
Yeah, I'm with Eric
Yeah.
on that one. That's about a good explanation as I could give.
Everybody has the potential to be a Fed. So you just have to keep that in mind. They're going to lean on you in such a way that you're going to start giving up names, addresses, phone numbers, and everything
Find
else.
somebody
I
who
mean, they're
cares
not-
about principles more than money.
The show's not even about that, right?
Yeah.
The show distinction between Friend or Fed. Anyway, so the idea became like, well, who can let's examine
Most
anybody and
likely
put them against the idea of like, are they a friendly or are they a Fed? What is this? Poses hypothetical questions are terrible either way.
This is the
That's me in a nutshell, by the way.
think
That's
that's all-
my existence.
And then so I got Carlos and who was it? Carlos and Caleb. We were just like talking, and Carlos was like, "Let's do it." Right? You know?
Mexico.
Right. And so we did. So episode 1.
Hey,
was-
as much shit as I talk about Mexico, I love fucking Cancun. That's my favorite place on all of God's
that's
earth.
that's like the whitest place in Mexico.
I know, but it's so fantastic. It's just the greatest place ever.
That's where Americans go to not be away from America. It's just it's
Cancun
America
is the
with better
Louisiana
weather.
of Mexico.
That's
It
all
makes sense. This
That's
tracks.
right. And I live in Louisiana, so it just fits.
I know. That's the whole reason why I even said it. I'm like, yeah, of course it does. It's a linear fucking delineation in this.
Look,
I
Quintana
love it.
Roo supremacy, all time.
Boya shafata, whatever French talk. Yeah, I'm with you.
Laissez bon temps rouler.
Boyardee.
Laissez bon temps
Hey,
rouler. Let the
Hey
good
man, I
times
live in
roll.
Georgia. I don't know what the fuck it means unless your vowels are extra exaggerated. That's all I gotta say. Shit, I know Trey knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jason,
Yeah,
You were in the middle of saying something and you were cut off by a card game.
I have no idea.
Well, fuck it. Happy to have you on board.
Yeah,
I don't have any
appreciate
personal
it.
beef with anybody because Twitter isn't fucking real, and I've never met any of you people in real life.
That's
So
right.
whatever
You
yours
just got to
is-
come out to events. Come out
You
to
know what?
Childeberg.
We're gonna remedy that because I need to make a trip to Georgia anyway to raid Clyde's. I mean, to visit Clyde's house. So
I'm north of
I
Clyde,
know
obviously.
some
I'm on top of
people
I mean,
Clyde.
if you're in
Being a
Georgia,
cop-out.
then
So Justin, when are we going to Atlanta?
Never.
you know what?
Come the fuck on down, dude.
I'm never.
don't go
stepping foot
to
in
no,
Atlanta.
no, don't go
Yeah,
to
I'll be right back. I'm
Atlanta.
just gonna have a smoke.
Go just outside of Atlanta. Like,
You know what?
Yeah.
We're going to
Where I-
Iowa
where-
next
where
I'll
the
go
fuck-
Yeah,
around.
fucking Marietta.
Not
I
you.
could chill y'all around. Don't worry.
Yes.
Okay,
My grandma lived in Atlanta.
Atlanta's
so
is hell.
Magoo,
It is
do
hell.
you
Yes, sir.
know the Kimmer?
Oh, the Kimmer. Yeah, he used to be on fucking local talk radio here.
That's right. That's right. You got to know the Kimmer.
If you don't, you ain't listening. But yeah,
So my wife and
and-
I are going to Iowa next weekend. I'm trying to make an impromptu visit with Mr. Craig Smoke.
Now,
Yeah.
Justin, that's my family history right there is Iowa. And you know what Iowa
is that
stands
up
for,
in,
right?
Joshua Smith
that?
territory. I'm confused.
it's
Is that where he's from?
It's Smots/Smith that run that
Yes.
state, from what I understand.
Dude,
Iowa
Justin, you
is
should
an
go on his
acronym.
show. He has the
Iowa
entire
is an
city.
acronym. It stands for Idiots Out Wandering Aimlessly.
Dude, I saw Children of the Corn when I was like 8. I'm never going there.
That's
Not
perfect,
doing it.
Eric.
Dude,
Obadiah
the entire
scared the fuck out of
Hyler
me.
clan is out in Iowa. So I'm just going to let you know that.
Dude, Justin, you should seriously hit him up about going on an in-person show because he's got the studio set up, and I know he's trying to get people to do in-person rather than.
If you
the-
show up, please bring a trailer full of soundproofer. He's in a goddamn room with tile floors.
It's gotten better.
and-
It's the
It's
issue
like-
is that there needs to be more like
Yeah.
soft stuff on the wall.
I've been
Josh is my boy. He was around when I got elected as the Libertarian Party of Louisiana's elections chair. So Josh will always be my boy. I love that guy to death.
Yeah.
We are a regionalist LP, so he represents the state of Alaska.
I have
No,
been
as the
trying,
vice.
Josh is cool.
I've been trying to convince Top to lobsterize me, and he keeps telling me, just hang on. We're gonna get Josh to put you on his show, and then I'll do it for free. I'm like, dude, I will just fucking pay you to like
Yeah.
a portrait of me. I don't need
No.
to go on Josh's show.
Dude,
Just
he-
Top is
No,
awesome.
legit. I tried to hit up like Top. I was like, yo, I need to get some primo art here, and
Yeah.
he just never replied. I was like,
No,
oh.
Top put me on Josh.
And he likes my tweets. He likes my tweets. I know. He
Yeah,
sees
100. Yeah, Josh had like a 100 episode T-shirt. I'm on there as like number 99 or whatever. But I've met Top in person. I would just say that Top is definitely punching above his weight with his wife because his wife is smoking hot.
okay. So the
real.
best episode of my
I
the
met
best-
him now, and his dude, you're not kidding.
the best episode of my show that didn't get recorded was with Top. He
No
was
shit.
he was finishing up a shift at work, and like he was literally in the truck and like clocking out and finishing up, and we were just chatting and like shooting the shit, and we went for probably an hour and 15, hour and 30 minutes, just talking and shooting the shit and talking about like his.
Oh, Top
artwork.
is a great hang. He's
I
a
can see
great
that.
hang.
I can see that.
Oh man, amazing. So we were just talking about like the art that he does and stuff, and like
Do
the
I
video
do I
editing
finish
and
the
stuff.
bottle,
Yes,
Justin?
Yes,
Do I
Is that
finish
even
the
a
bottle?
question?
Absolutely.
and that is the last time you ever get to ask that question ever again.
I already finished that one.
No, you didn't.
Okay, the
You-
bottle
you-
of Jameson Orange is now finished. It is.
You know how you're
all
like
gone.
logging on? You know how you're logging on to something online and it's like click this box
Is
and
that
never
is
see
that
this
orange?
fucking question
Is that
again?
orange flavored Jameson or is it just a
Good job.
Dude, it is Jameson Orange. I got in trouble with this at Childeberg, the last Childeberg. I drank almost an entire bottle by myself.
It's not flavored
It-
Jameson though, is it?
It's When you mix it with club soda, it tastes like
It's
an
flavored
orange
Jameson.
crush.
No, Jason, you gotta
All right,
understand.
look.
Jason, don't you know all of the very famous orange groves in fucking Ireland, man? Like, it's on brand.
All right, look.
All right, so the
distillery that I work
Wikipedia
at-
page you need to look up is the Orange Order, and then you kind of know where Jameson's get his that.
It's the only way the Irish get any vitamin C in their diet whatsoever. It's like,
The distillery that I work at specializes in the blends and like the flavored blends. So we do a lot of like.
that's
I
disgusting.
never thought that peanut butter whiskey was something that I would have any interest in.
Dude, Squirrel is fucking terrible. Don't.
What's wrong with these people? Absolute,
Dude,
like-
all I know is just there's too much glare because I have too many fucking lights.
ex-bartender in the room, as 25 years in the service industry, let me tell you, all that flavored shit is garbage. Every
I
single
agree,
day.
it's garbage, but man, like the peanut butter, we shipped a metric fuck ton of that stuff in
I
like
bet you did.
November and December.
It's gone, by the way. I finished this
okay, I mean,
bottle
And I happened to
in one night. I
store
had
down
finished
the
this bottle.
road,
Canned
and I saw
beer
some
that was
old
made 30
smoky
minutes that
peanut butter
way.
whiskey, and I was like, you know what?
Look, I'm gonna.
We ship a
I'm,
whole lot of peanut butter stuff, so I'm gonna try this stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's the first live stream I did that went over 3 hours, and it was with Jim and Amanda of Civil Discord, and who else was on there with us? Was it CD or was it?
Yeah, CD was on it. It was
CD,
you,
I
me.
popped in at one point. I think on
CD lives in Lafayette, Louisiana, which is like a little bit away from me. I had dinner with her over here in Baton Rouge. I love CD McRae. She is the best chick online of all
She's
time.
my co-host.
Yeah,
on my
she's
show.
the greatest. She is the greatest.
We went like 6 hours, and I polished off the whole fucking bottle. And
Dude, I heard
Well, we
CD
did 3
talk
hours.
twice, and I messaged her to become a co-host on the show. I heard her
6
talk
hours.
2
Justin,
times.
Justin, we did 3 hours after we went off air.
right, we did 3 hours, and then we took a break, and we talked for like an hour, and then I was like, okay,
Justin,
if we're gonna keep doing this, then I'm gonna
Justin.
record it, and so then we recorded the last 2 hours of it. So
Yeah, Justin and I have gone on for hours.
To
Yeah.
quote
Not even
James
recorded. It's
To
great.
quote James Gentleman, unless you're Joe Rogan, you shouldn't be doing more than 3 hours. That's a cutoff. Like,
I mean, we're at 2.
I'm actually with Jason on that one. I think like an hour and a half is like the perfect, unless you're doing a panel.
No,
and then you get to do long.
No,
you're
he's just quoting somebody.
You're talking. I'm quoting someone. You're talking to the guy who I do like.
Fuck yeah, Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, fucking Carlos, man.
Well, I feel like the more people that are on the show, the longer you're allowed to go.
Fleco Jimenez.
Fuck that. Go.
There was a moment there where we had 9.
Go until you're
Caleb
you
is
can't
still
go
the
any further.
king. Caleb is still the king for his 100th episode. He did 12 hours straight.
Cool.
Well, same thing with
so hats
the
off to Caleb Brown.
Timeline Earth. And their
Well,
fucking
dude, I did
episode.
5 hours for my 5th birthday. So
I was
that
there
was,
for the first hour and for the 5th hour, as a matter of fact.
dude, it was fucking crazy. Just hung on for the entire fucking 5 hours.
My
Forest Money,
birthday's
shout out.
My birthday's is
Fuck,
26.
can you do it again? I
Maybe
wanna
I'll
come
do
on.
a big one.
Well,
My
we got,
birthday's the 26th. I might do some kind of big long stream or something. Maybe that might be fun.
Well, see, the fucked up part about my show is we don't have guests, so I can never have any of y'all on because my other 2 cohorts, they don't exist in this realm. They don't have
Right.
Twitter accounts. They don't
Hey,
live. They
But
don't listen to
Magoo,
podcasts.
that's what makes it great. Like I said, this is your guys' show is the morning show I wish I had when I was driving to work every morning.
You have told me on 3 separate occasions you're going to have me as a guest on your show, and it hasn't happened yet.
I want to have all of y'all on as guests. It's just I look at my co-host and I'm like, y'all would be left out because y'all wouldn't know what the like.
Yeah.
They don't.
Once they get over the
any
fact
of the
that
references.
they ain't
You
gonna
can have
have the
more than one
inside
show.
jokes that we have,
Oh, that's true.
that's fine.
Good call, Jason.
You can.
I need to have my own independent, my solo Magoo. Mornings with Magoo.
Yeah, do
But
it,
we just
man.
recorded it.
I
At midnight.
mean,
we just
you
get
could-
hammered.
Magoo, if you want to do like a morning show, like old school, like Walton and Johnson morning show, I'm your guy. Okay.
Hell yeah.
You
Do
could
it on
just
Tuesday and Thursday and compete with the Smots brothers.
I know we would record it at midnight on Friday night and fucking just put it out whenever the fuck in the morning.
Just do
If
it.
you don't know, I'm starting like a network called Outlawed TV. And that's going to have like 5 or 6 different shows on it. So that might be a cool thing if you did like a monthly show on there where it was just like you ranting about libertarian or liberty space shit.
I'd be ranting
and
against
laughing at
libertarians.
people. No, that's my point. That would
I'd be
the
like,
funny
all
thing.
of you guys have gone super faggy. You disappoint me.
It
You
would be
brought me this
hilarious,
far
'cause
just
Okay.
to drop me off.
Hold
at
on.
the fucking a block
It would
away
be
from the fucking
hilarious.
destination.
It would
Carlos
be hilarious to have like 3
from
pro-liberty
Los
shows
Libertinos.
followed by you trashing them all.
Dude, that's all I fucking do. Even in my own like my safe spaces, like in my signal groups and everything else, I'm like, look, motherfuckers, I'm on your side, and I would actively campaign against libertarians in my state.
Is that
And I'm
is
talking
that
to guys
breaking the
in
nap though? Is that a
I hope so.
No.
I fucking hope
Sure
it
it
is.
is.
All right,
Because-
look. So
but I'm talking
Carlos
to
from
guys-
Los Libertinos podcast just put, so I know who's down with La Raza, and I've had to say for the race everything. I love Hispanic people more than white people.
I love my people. Hey man, I don't want to fully dox myself, but I fucking depend on the Raza.
I don't know a bunch
La
of I don't know
raza.
enough I don't know enough Mexicans up here in Alaska.
Most likely to.
Dude, I love Mexicans more than anything. All right, Justin.
Facebook friends is
Being Facebook friends is too much commitment.
That's so 2012.
Dude,
None of us.
I
who the fuck
gave up
Who the fuck?
Facebook in like
I was about to
2
say, who the-
years
who the
ago.
fuck
I don't
here?
have a
Who-
Facebook account anymore.
I've
See-
only not deleted my Facebook because I don't want my mom to think I've died.
The only reason I don't. The only reason I have Facebook literally is for Messenger. That's it. Like,
I don't
go on
even
the site
have that.
I know.
When
I
they
talked to
wouldn't
Eric
promote
earlier, so
my
I told,
episode
like,
with Scott Horton to go over the Yemeni war because it was violating their terms of political discourse with politics, I was like, I'm done with you. Yemeni is so outside. The Yemen conflict is so outside of regular podcast or regular political discourse. It's not even
because
funny.
no one cares.
Fucking
no one
thank
gives a
you.
fuck.
Thank you.
Yes.
I agree.
Saying that for months. Like nobody gives a single solitary fuck about Yemen. Like
There's
if
like
it comes to the
4
average person, they
podcasts
don't
I
even
listen
know
to
what
who
Yemen
even
is.
You-
mention it.
They
You
don't
The
wouldn't
only
even
reason-
take my
the only
$10
reason-
to
the only
promote
reason
that
they-
episode. Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg.
The
You
only reason
fucking
they-
suck.
The only reason people care about Ukraine, and I'm Ukrainian, is because the news tells them to. That's it.
That's it.
Ukraine would literally be
That's
the next Yemen.
Ukraine.
Because
A headline
Ukraine.
tells them to give a shit, and they give a shit because their
Well,
political party and,
and-
the media tells them to.
Well, not just that, but there is some programming with Russia too. Like where,
Yeah.
if it was Ukraine and like say something stupid like Romania or something like that, like who the hell cares? Like at that point, like nobody.
No one.
And
no
I'm
one cares.
learning Russian right now on the stupid Duolingo app. So when they call it Ukraina, I was sitting there going through all of that stuff, and it was like, yeah, we can't promote this episode. You're going against our guidelines. I was
All the
like,
Reddit
it's
chicks
news.
Ukraine.
Like all of the Reddit chicks are suddenly from Ukraine. Like they used to be from Russia and Poland and shit like that. Now they're all from Ukraine. Like
And trust me, I love the Slavic women. The Slavic women are fucking hot.
Yeah,
But at the same
I'm in
time,
Alaska. You can't not like Slavic
Well,
women.
we've
'cause that's
talked
all we
about this
have.
on-
oh my god, the Alaskan
about this on my
Slavic
podcast.
connection.
Don't put your dick in Slavic, man. That's
Justin, you can go on YouTube right now, share a screen, and you can show want ads on YouTube from Slavic lady dot whatever the fuck. Like we
great.
played their ads on my podcast. They're like, do you love Slavic lady?
There's
Are
a-
you American? Are
there's
you
a
American
subreddit.
viral now?
The last
It's
time I was
subreddit that
in,
collects them.
It's a goddamn honey trap.
the last time I was in
and it's
Skagway, Alaska. Leighton, back me up on this. Skagway, Alaska.
That's the beauty.
There is all kinds of Russian and
Russian
Slavic.
Orthodoxy is
Yes.
big over there.
Okay,
I was going to buy.
Real quick,
I was going
real
to
quick.
buy a Russian
Yeah, Slavic girl.
Ukraine mammoth tusk that had a whole bunch of scrimshaw in it, And the guy was like, "Yeah, we can't do this."
See this woman?
Yeah.
See this woman? She's all alluring here. She'd get into your life and ruin your life. She would ruin your life.
Justin, the channel is Slavic Girl Agency.
Yeah, she's trying to get you to get with other girls that look better than her.
Dude,
look up some of the watch some of these ads
in 6 months.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just click on that channel and click any of the fucking videos. Turn the sound on and listen to these. Listen to this shit.
Yeah, I love Slavic women. It's like Melania Trump. I get why Donald Trump was going after her.
Slavic or native are your only two choices. So.
Oh, she doesn't even know English. Bust this bitch out. There's other ones.
She's not even doing the work. Come on.
There's
oh my
somewhere-
God.
Hello,
This is the funniest. Here we go.
The Slavic Girl Agency.
Ukraine.
Nominated for the best dating coach. Our agency is already 18 years old, so we are probably the
just old enough to fuck.
They're of age. Don't worry.
What's with those hands?
I have worked as a translator,
She can play basketball like Dave Smith.
Dude, I have a serious problem with this because I find Slavic women just fucking sexy.
They're beautiful.
Not unnecessary gold.
They'll just ruin your life.
It helps me do what I do well. Being a dating coach is quite a challenging, but yet a very emotional.
Look, here's the thing, right?
They have hundreds of channels.
I am
videos
done.
Oh, it's amazing, Magoo.
I have
seen it.
finished the Jameson Orange. Y'all have learned.
All women have the seed of evil in them, right? It's just that Slavic women are masters at it. They just
my God.
We are born to make you happy.
They will fuck with your soul, man.
Dude,
I've
Slavic women are the sexiest.
Slavic
women
are to dating what the banking industry is.
Oh, hello.
I am fresh in a divorce, so like all of this
I'm
is like
Nicolette.
porn for me.
I've posted profile on site.
SlavicGirl.com.
God, I gotta leave.
So now you
Sean,
Thank you, Russia.
Sean,
Thank you.
Wait, Justin.
Thank you,
your
Papa
kid,
Putin.
Your kid's getting ready to get wiped up over here. Get him
He's like,
over
Dad,
here.
I'm about to start casting shadows in my pants. I gotta get the fuck out of the room, bro.
Sean needs to pick his favorite
Dude.
girl. He needs to pick his wife out.
I'm just saying,
already pitched.
I'm a man
Donald
now.
Trump had a point going after Melania.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
already
just-
pitched.
He's got a
Going
point.
camping.
Well,
Guys,
you had
All
Ivanka,
right,
you had Ivanka
Sean,
before
you
that.
This
gotta
channel
rate
is
him
Sean
one
is
to
nothing.
going camping. He has pitched the tent. The whole tent is pitched.
Sean's
He had
got to
Ivanka-
rate
he had
him all
Ivanka
1
before
from
that, right?
10.
Who's making s'mores? That's all I'm asking. Yeah.
Wrong. That's an ad.
Who's that fucking guy? Holy shit!
Hi.
Question
Oh my
mark.
God.
Oh,
All right,
hello.
this is my type.
All right, Sean. Give
What-
us a
turn
1
the
to
sound
10.
on. Turn the sound on, Justin.
Hands.
Dude, I'm fucking drunk, and she is like the most beautiful woman in the world right now.
About real estate,
Same.
real estate investment.
They know what they're doing.
I can
They know
say
what they're
you-
doing.
I can say you that everything is not so clear as you can think about. So if this thing is interesting for you, stay
I'm not
with
gonna
me
lie.
and
She looks like a carbon copy of
So
a chick I
firstly,
dated in college.
when,
And also,
the
she was
war
the most
started,
batshit bitch
of
ever.
course, our,
All right,
um,
Sean, on a
register
scale of
for
1
real
to you'll
estate
turn your
was
parents into the
this situation
CCP.
was so
How hot is this
How hot is this chick?
1 to 10,
1 to
Sean.
10? Like a 6.
Is her name
Yeah,
is her name
Your
Mila
kid gives
Kuntins?
respectable numbers.
Thank you.
Yeah,
he-
Mila's definitely in there somewhere.
Yeah,
He's
that's
been raised well. All right, hang on. We're
Dude,
She's got
Mila
small
Kunis.
tits. She can't be
Holy
above a
shit.
6.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about tit size when you look like that. I guarantee you, she could dust your fucking ceiling fan with her socks.
Fair enough.
Just your fucking stealing fan.
You might
Jason-
wake up to a knife in
That's
your
the
throat,
most
but you'll
brilliant
also
thing.
wake up to a dick in your
That's the
mouth.
most brilliant thing I've heard in a long time, man.
I've said that for
great.
fucking years. Especially, normally that goes with tall
Socks.
chicks. Like, oh, dude, she'll dust your ceiling fan with her socks.
What is the Ricada law?
That's part of that southern.
How you ranking that one though?
Yeah, Trey knows what's up. He's like, yeah, we
Yeah.
put some southernility in that shit. Oh, hell, man, you ain't got to worry about those dust bunnies on the ceiling.
That bitch plays
That's a
t-
tall
Can
girl.
I be honest with you? All these Yugoslavian girls have tiny tits.
Hey,
He's
dude.
giving Maria Sharapova an
It's
8.
because they're malnourished.
Well, here's
Dude,
it's
I don't
it's a
think this
self-
bitch like
it's a
they all have tiny
self-protection.
tits.
They won't get. Well, I live in Atlanta. They won't get hit on by black guys. It's a self-preservation mechanism. I'm sorry, I have a type. What do you want from me,
Dude? I've been.
I'm laughing because I know he's exactly right.
That's the best.
Yeah,
You need
it's a way to keep them at home. They're not going to
earmuffs.
get any attention
Yeah,
outside.
stick them in your ears.
None enough junk. None enough junk in that trunk, my friend. You're fine.
No, keep that fucking trunk empty, dude. We're not trying to.
I
We're
mean,
not.
if you-
We're not.
Is
we're
this a
not.
bunch
if
of
you're
chicks?
going out-
It's
if
just
you're
no,
going
no
out
way.
She's like,
If you're going out with the
no beige
hog-
babies, no
Yeah.
beige babies.
It's
Exactly.
a bunch of chicks standing out
you-
on the roadside with signs that say 6 inches or less.
Dude, we're not advertising a garage sale.
Look.
Keep that trunk fucking slim.
Look,
We're not.
yeah,
We're not
you
getting
go out
weird
there
here.
with the pog, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you walk out there with any girl like that, they would all the
Slam
black
on
guys.
us, yeah.
Why not?
Slam on
What's
my
that
nuts.
line? What's the line from Full Metal Jacket when she's like Tubuku, no
Tubuku.
black man.
Oh,
Tubuku,
this is
Tubuku.
Mississippi Black Snake, baby.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tubuku.
This may be
Tubuku.
some prime Mississippi black snake, but it ain't no Tubuku. Okay,
Have y'all seen the behind the scenes on how they filmed all that shit? That was filmed in the middle of
Dude.
winter,
Yeah.
and it was like fucking 30 degrees, and they were trying to make it look like Vietnam.
There's
It was
like a whole
it was amazing.
documentary
and they
about
filmed it in England. Anyway, enough of that
I'm-
nerd
I'm
shit. Let's get back to the chicks with small tits.
I'm
Woohoo!
interested in getting Sean's ratings here. Let's continue.
He gave Maria Sharapova an 8. So
Yeah, I respect him
question.
less now.
Yeah,
I'd give her a deuce. You know,
I'd give
Just
that
talking
chick
tennis scale.
less than the girl you had up that looked like Mina Kunis with the Russian accent.
yeah. No, it's I've exposed myself on this YouTube live.
Dude, I showed my titty on this YouTube live. Come at me.
But I'm telling you, every single one is like a personal ad for these chicks to become Americanized.
Dude, I've
fucking
seen them. It's
insane.
great. There's a ton of like TikTok accounts that are collecting them.
Yeah,
And
my
it'll
buddy-
just be a compilation of bitches like, let me suck your dick for money.
Yes.
See, so I'm a
No, for a green card. For
Yeah,
a green
well,
card.
yeah.
На сайте Slavic Girl.
Good lord.
Я добрая, открытая. Я люблю путешествовать.
All I hear is
Я
that your
люблю
tongue
кататься
can
на
make
коньках,
funny
я люблю
Sean
porn.
would
животных.
burn Justin in a second.
If
He could get it. He would sell
Dad.
him out to the feds in 30 seconds.
Dad, but you
Sean's
don't
going,
understand. Svetlana said that we had a future together.
She said the Chinese government were our friends.
And she sounded serious. I think she liked me, Dad. You don't even know.
Oh no,
You wouldn't-
here's the MILF. Here's the
Yeah.
MILF.
Sean's gonna
The
tell
MILF
you that you're
figure.
under the basement.
This
Like, look, I have.
this
like, I
one
have
has got some real
toys.
MILF vibes.
Well, look at her legs. Like she's got some tree trunk legs. She's trying to
Sean
cover
would
'em up.
clean. Sean
Oh, yeah,
would
like,
clean
that's-
out
see,
the train cars
that's the thing
before
that-
they use them for her.
That's the thing they never taught about Slavic women. Like, so the Slavic women as they age, it all goes downhill from the waist down real fucking fast.
It's
just-
like
it just
Spanish
gets like
women.
boop, boop, boop.
Spanish women consecutively get whiter as they get older. They just slowly go towards the floor.
Why do you think Tom Brady's having issues at home?
Dude, Tom Brady's a genius. Man. He's just like,
He's like,
I'm
look,
done.
He's like, look, you came in,
I
you came
went.
into the game.
I went so hard.
You came in at 10. You
They
came
gotta
in at
be
10.
in my place. Oh my
Depreciation's happening. You're now about a 7.5. I'm still a 25. I'm still Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So what's the
What's
going on
the
here?
hang up here? Yeah, bye, bitch.
Tom Brady's like, look, you came in as a fucking safety, and you're starting to look like a linebacker. I gotta fucking leave you.
Man,
And
like,
now
ain't
he's
that
all.
the fucking truth though. Like
Yeah.
Giselle was a top
Mhm.
end.
Dude,
She was running. She was a sub 4.4 dude, and now
And
she's a lumbering
now-
5'2".
Look, this is
Telling you.
why. This is
Now
why
she's got
I have a
kid,
daughter.
and
I have
she's kind of on
I-
the downhill side. And
I
Tom
have a-
Brady is still fucking Tom Brady. Like
Yeah.
this is the exact same thing that happened with Bridget Moynihan. Like Bridget Moynihan is fucking hot, but she's not Giselle hot, and Giselle is still not Tom Brady hot. So
Well, no, but it hasn't anything with hot. It's about qualifications, right? So that's why I have a daughter, and like when she gets older, I'm going to be telling her like, no matter how good you look, right? It doesn't. It's like concentrate on some skills, because you ain't gonna look good forever, man. Like it's
you know what the selling point with Stephanie is the first time I came over here, she cooked fried pork chops with green beans and mashed potatoes. That is the exact meal that I asked for my birthday, for my mom, every year. For like,
and Justin's like, you could have an acid problem, and I'm on board. Like someone could like, I'm sticking around. Can you still cook?
I showed up.
Sean's wondering whether any of those Russian or Ukrainian women we just showed can cook.
Showed up and she had cooked fried pork chops with mashed potatoes and green beans,
Oh,
and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna marry this chick. It doesn't even.
Those Russian women will cook, will do everything you ever want them to, up until that green card comes, and then all of a sudden be like, oh, sorry, forget all these other things. What? No, fuck off.
What is a sink?
Yeah. I have all credit cards in my name. Why do I need you? No, I don't do nothing now.
This is silly request you're making. Come on.
Windows what? Windows washing what? No.
Wait, why do we have two Erics in the string?
Yeah, I mean,
Eric
Giselle
Pepper.
Bundchen. Oh my God.
Is that her currently?
No.
That is her currently.
She has a bony face.
That's a big chin. That's a manly chin.
She's
Like-
got a
she's got a
fucking
jawline that
chin
can
like
cut
a
glass.
40-year-old
almost-
linebacker.
That
Yeah,
chin almost- that chin almost.
By the way, that's a 2-for-1, gentlemen. That means she can take a punch and she can take your cock. I don't know
That's
what's wrong
right.
with
You
it.
can just kind of rest it on the divot. And just like
Well, however you get there. I mean,
pause for a second.
I just see it as like, hey, that's just 2 bonuses.
I don't know. I just think that chin would almost emasculate me a little bit. Like, wow, I don't want to date someone with a physiognometry more chiseled than me. I don't. Maybe I have chin envy. Maybe I
the
like,
bedroom is no time for self-doubt.
Hold up.
maybe I have like small chin envy.
I think this is the perfect opportunity to end the show. We're gonna do a card, and then I'm gonna tell you what he just told me.
By the way, mad respect on the Mississippi State hat. Go SEC all day long.
That's the one.
I'll do a quick plug.
That was for Sean, by the way.
I'll do a quick plug. We got a new friend or fed coming up tomorrow. Ignore the rant if you want to get on. Let me know. Just get in my Twitter mentions. It's going to be Peter Thiel. So this one should be interesting. Hopefully he doesn't.
When is it?
Tomorrow, Sunday at 7 p.m. We're going to start around 7 p.m. Central Time, or 8 p.m.
Okay, so 8
Eastern
p.m.
time.
All right. Well, we are finally recording another episode of My Dumbass Show that we only do like every couple weeks. So I might only be able to come on for like 30 minutes.
It's an open invitation.
I'll reach out to you. Appreciate it, brother.
I'll
What you
try
got,
to
Justin?
cover by then. Oh, most likely to. Can't help but speak without thinking. That's
Oh,
like
dude.
literally every fucking one of us.
Yeah, if you don't raise your hand, you're a fucking liar.
So I
If
can
you
plug-
watch the last one I was on Trey, like I just ramble. Like, I ramble until a point magically appears. I hope. I'm like, here you go.
So I have a show called Outlawed Thoughts. I'll be on here Sunday and Monday. We'll be doing more shows. It's a little bit chaotic, but if people want to come over and hang out, it's a fun chat experience. And
I've had a
I'm
good
trying to
time
get
a couple times.
some cool guys on. I'm trying to get Brandon Casarda on right now, who's the guy who was involved with the whole Whitmer kidnapping stuff. And I'm trying to get some cooler interviews on that'll be a little bit more one-on-one stuff. And then we do the panel show, which is a little more chaotic.
And
Episode
Leighton,
1, we talked about comic book shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Leighton, if you want to do a breakdown of the sheriff's department versus
Yes!
I'll do that with you,
Dude, me and you need to do a stream on that, because that video, after I saw it, the more I've looked into the situation, I'm like, oh my god, that is hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
it's chaos, man.
And I can speak from a slightly different perspective,
Right.
being raised by cops.
That's exactly
That
why
it's
I
like this
messaged
shit
you. I
happens
was like,
all the time.
if ever there
That-
was a thing for you to come on for, this is it. Like,
Mhm.
Jim, were you abused?
Mr. Eric's has going on backwards. That orange Jameson is fucking kicking the.
Eric's about to start.
Dude.
He's like, I'm
I am
playing some
so
Limp Bizkit.
fucking drunk right now. It is not even funny.
Dude, I thought I was gonna be the
rebel. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Woo! Fuck yeah! Eric,
Hey,
dude.
and I just want to tell everybody on the stream right now, I fucking love you guys. I wish you would come down to Childerberg so I
I'm gonna
can
try to make it.
hug you guys in person and say I fucking love you. Leighton, I saw you at the Tom Woods 2000. I already told you I love you, man. So it's good.
Oh, God damn it, Eric. This is fucking awesome. I've already polished off a 6-pack of Creature Comforts Tropicalia IPA. If it's sold near you,
Ooh.
fucking buy the shit.
Fuck, that's
It is
gay.
delicious. It's brewed out of Athens, where the goddamn dogs wreck everybody's lives. And
Go Tigers. I don't know what to tell you.
It's all good. Hey, man, I like Tigers. I got buddies that are LSU alum. Can't hate on them.
GEAUX. That's how you spell go.
GEORDIA.
AUX.com.
I like how we're just spelling shit now. It's like, well, I really think that MAGA is the fucking way, motherfucker. Shit.
Shout out to all you fuckers for
Roll
getting me
Tide.
over to get you guys got
Roll
me,
Tide,
like-
Bud Light, NASCAR. That's how you guys
I just turned left. I just
Go
turned
Tide.
left.
Hashtag beat Bama.
I got some Mountain Dew and some.
Now,
and a
now
bag
this is
full of
where
trouble.
Eric and I can fucking like bridge the gap. It's like, yeah, fuck the Tide. Now,
Yes.
my
Beat-
other co-host,
I'm with you.
Hashtag beat Bama.
my other co-host on my stupid, silly little fucking show, Ignore the Rant, which is overproduced and underperformed.
It's not a silly show, dude. I have to tell you, it's like one of my favorites to listen to.
It's great.
But we're retards doing retard things without even knowing what the fuck we're doing.
That's fine. It's what I want my morning show FM radio to be.
I agree.
Well, I am happy to facilitate within that market of I don't know what the fuck we're doing. We are filling that gap. If you are ever in the market for, I don't know, I want to listen to a bunch of guys not knowing what the fuck they're doing, come check out Ignore the Rant. You got a Georgia fan on there, you got an Alabama fan, and you have like just a sports eunuch that doesn't give a fuck about anything. And we talk about everything. Politics, current events, racial slurs, a lot of that. We say fuck too many times. And you can check us out at Ignore the Rant on any podcast player. My name's Jim. I hope to be on all of y'all's other shows. And thank you for having me on, Justin. I didn't even hear that.
Oh,
You've been on mine multiple times.
I'm gonna try to we'll get Eric and Magoo both on my show hopefully before I go over to Florida here for the week.
You better let Leighton.
Leighton. Asian Leighton is Leighton. And that's my
Raid
favorite.
Shadow Legend. You better raid
Raid-
Shadow Legend.
Oh, Rayton.
Yeah, just forgive me.
Use
I'm
promo
fucking
code
drunk.
Jameson Orange for 20% off is whatever the fuck.
Jameson
Guys,
better
you know-
be paying me
wait,
for
wait,
this shit
wait,
because
Justin.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
fucked up, bro.
Fuck the Irish. What?
Justin, are you ready to end the show?
Man, whenever
Yeah,
y'all are ready.
we're doing our fucking plugs. That's what I thought we were doing.
I say let Eric and Jason and Trey, you already got your plugs, didn't you?
No, I haven't.
What
Yeah,
the
y'all
fuck?
could.
Y'all are slow.
Yeah, move faster.
By the way, Trey,
Well,
I-
everybody else-
Zip it up, zip it out. Fucking
I
get
say,
them.
do y'all remember the episode where Clive
Pack it
was
up, pack it
talking
in.
fast enough
Let
and
us
I
begin.
was bypassing him because he wasn't talking fast enough? That's what I'm about to do to you motherfuckers. Like, wrap it
Hippity
up.
hoppity.
Jump
Right.
around.
You guys
Jump up,
can
jump
follow-
up, get down.
You guys can
I
follow myself.
appreciate the mustache coming in, man. It's like it's about 13. You got a 13-year-old kind of thing going on right now. It's
Yeah, you know, it's
we're hoping to reach maturity by.
Dude,
the
he's
end of
about
the
to
week,
sprout some fucking deep bass in about 17 months. It's gonna be
man. You
wonderful.
never know, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll grow up one day. That's what I tell everybody. Yeah.
Trey says I'm a real boy.
Oh, look at that,
Dude, he
Oh,
drives a full-size van with no windows. What do you
That's
want?
right.
lady?
I just had Trey on my show the last episode. Trey 50 Daniel. You gotta watch.
Yeah,
You gotta watch.
That van's got
You
carpet
guys can
inside
follow-
too. Don't let me. Sorry, don't want to be remiss.
He's got a twin bed.
Mr.
in the
Eric's
back.
just gonna start saying our
Air
names,
mattress.
You know,
Twin beds coming later.
Jim,
It's a step
Jim
up
and
game.
Justin. Jim and Justin. Raritan Raider. What?
Look,
Whatever your name
This is
is.
the Alabama stash, okay? So y'all can shut up.
Alabama slammer, boy.
All right, so
all
y'all can
Alabama.
follow me. Y'all can follow
Hashtag
me
beat
here in
Bama.
Alabama. Here in Alabama, y'all can follow me at Trey 50 Daniel, my YouTube channel.
Oh, Black Betty.
Or
Fuck
the
Nick Saban.
Trey's Think Tank. And Trey 50
Black
Daniel.
Betty and the child
and on my
ram
Twitch. You guys can follow me there. And now, Jason.
Bam, bam, lamb,
Bam, lamb, whoa, Black Betty.
bam, lamb.
Hang on. Eric,
All I know is that looks good. That looks good. Oh,
give us the Down Under plug.
I'm just enjoying my sexiness. 2-Bit Podcast. We got a weekly show. I mean, we do other things like Friend or Fed, which is coming up.
Oh yeah.
Where I discuss Peter Thiel and hopefully don't get gawkered. That'd be fun. Yeah. Our show pisses off all the right people. What can I tell you?
Amen.
well, Justin,
Hey, Justin,
I think
we are all.
I think this is a time for Justin's infamous segue into an outro.
You know,
Try it.
This would have been a great ending, except that y'all are all just a bunch of fucking retards.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.